Welcome, I'm Mark.
And I'm Eoin,
Welcome to the That's Pretty Paro podcast.
the Paro pilot.
The Paro pilot.
Yeah.
But this is a media podcast, I suppose.
Media, culture, and
Media,
society.
culture, and society. And, yeah.
The way that we're gonna kind of start this is just like kind of because we're gonna have sections for this, but we haven't fully figured out the sections. But mostly we're gonna talk about films and society and news, kind of, and different shit like that.
And jokes.
And jokes. Jokes are key in these very, very bleak times that we are in. I'd also like to thank the Irish government for sponsoring this podcast by giving us the COVID employment package.
Fair play to Leo.
Fair play.
He's a good man.
Otherwise, we would not have had the money to be able to start this shit.
Yeah. Someone has to feed the kids.
And so basically, we're going to be talking about films pretty much today, and kind of setting out things that we're going to talk about. Every 2 weeks, this will be a weekly podcast, I think. And
As long as the Leo books keep flowing. Daily.
We will be recommending a film every 2 weeks. So we'll recommend a film for people to watch this week, and then 2 weeks later we will come back to that film and talk about it. But this will be a weekly podcast, and we'll remind people every week of the film that we'll be talking about. But yeah, any more to add about that, Mark?
Nah, it seems like you got it wrapped up.
Yeah.
I think it's all G.
Well, that's the end of the podcast.
Thank you for your listenership, your loyal dedication.
For this full 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
2.5 minutes already.
Jeez, it feels like an hour.
Oh man, we're way behind.
We should not have talked for an hour before we started this. We missed all the good content.
We're just trying to repeat everything we said for the past 2 hours when we forgot to turn on the audio. So
yeah, we've kind of just been sitting here talking and applying for jobs because
that's the dull life.
the dull life. But I was telling Mark that I have been watching. I'm gonna insert my own section for this podcast, right?
Your own section, all right.
Where I'm gonna watch all the Twilight films
All right.
because I started them last night with my girlfriend Isabel, and they're interesting films. Well, so far the first one is it's bad but it's good. Have you ever watched it?
I've watched them many times. I read the books, read all the books. I read them with my mom as well. That's the worst part.
Did you read 50 Shades of Grey?
No, it's that's a fan fiction, isn't it?
It is. I'm pretty sure it was written on a BlackBerry.
On a BlackBerry.
I'm pretty sure I heard that before. It was
I
written on a
don't know.
BlackBerry.
I remember back in the day, fanfiction.net was usually.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it still is.
Yeah, it probably is.
But
yeah, I think it did not come off that or something. Maybe it was written on a BlackBerry. Yeah.
I think it did. But Twilight is like, I don't know how to start, but like, I'll start with the good bits, right? Do you remember the baseball scene from Twilight?
Where all the vampires are playing baseball.
Yeah.
What, for some reason?
That is fucking amazing. Like,
Is
that
it?
is genuinely amazing. It's so good. Like,
Don't they run around the bases real fast?
oh, like lightning quick. And they have to the best bit is that they mentioned that they have to play during thunderstorms because when they hit the ball with the bat, they're hitting it so hard that it sounds like thunder.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just a nice little bit that I really, really enjoyed. Other good bits. The dad character.
The dad.
Yeah, the dad character.
Kristen Stewart's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just funny.
He's a bit of a hunk, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's like a hot dad, like a real hot dad in this film. He's got a nice mustache.
Bit of a dilf.
He is a bit of a dilf. But he's like the only real character. The rest of them aren't really characters. Other good bits. They actually, you're right. This is actually something that I will say that's really good about Twilight is that they, for the most part, nail vampires. Like genuinely, like vampires. They should be, tall, sexy, scary. These they fuck up the scary part. They're not really scary, but fucking Robert Pattinson's hot as fuck, so they nailed that. And the other fucking like the three vampires that are in it, the like bad guys. They're in one scene and then they're introduced as the bad guys, and then it's immediately into the third act. Is
that the fellow with the dreads?
Yes.
And
does he come back into them?
Isn't it like it's a family of vampires, isn't it? The Voltaire or something. and they're an evil family.
Oh, mate, I haven't got that far.
Oh, okay.
I have only seen like bits.
Have you never watched it? No.
No, I've only ever seen like bits of the first film. I've never watched it the full way through. I have no idea. I do know one thing that happens in Twilight, and that is that Edward breaks the bed when he is having sex with Bella. That's the one thing I know.
Why? Why'd you know that?
Because in the trailer, and everyone fucking talked about it when it came back in the day, because it was so like ridiculous.
Yeah, it's high. That's very high standards as well. Set a bad example, I think, for the men of the world.
Boys, if you want to be as good as Robert Pattinson, you gotta break the bed.
Break the bed.
You gotta break the bed.
Break the bed.
But yeah, it's just because I know, I'm pretty sure, because like the dude with the dreads, I'm pretty sure he comes back into them. From what I remember of seeing clips.
I feel like I see him in more than one film.
Yeah.
But I don't remember his name. I read all the books and I watched all the movies.
I watched it, yes. I don't think his name is mentioned. I probably is, but I have no idea what his name is.
He probably is named in the book.
James is the name of the bad vampire that's trying to kill Bella.
James. Oh.
Yeah. A very shit vampire name. James.
Jimmy, yeah.
Jimmy.
Yeah, they're all immortal, isn't it? They're all 100 years old.
Yeah, they are.
I'm
pretty sure because Edward is in a vampire family, but he's an
the Cullens,
the Cullens. He's an older vampire than the mom, though.
Is he?
Yeah, because he's been. Although she's lived long, like she's like 40 when she's a vampire.
Yeah.
And he was like 17. Even though I don't know how old Robert Pattinson was when they shot this. I don't know why. Because he doesn't look 17 whatsoever, so I don't know why he's continuously living his life as a 17-year-old.
Oh, that's the thing. Like none of the high schoolers. I watched Spider-Man 2 the other day, and Spider-Man 1 as well.
Oh yeah,
Tobey Maguire. The man's 29.
Yeah, he does.
He's playing a 16-year-old. He does.
Yeah,
he
and
doesn't
fucking
even,
James Franco.
Yeah, well, he's I don't know. He sort of played it off, but Tobey Maguire looks about 35 in that movie, and he's supposed to be 16. Like it's just none of them ever look remotely teenage.
Have you ever seen a film where they actually do that right?
It seemed like they did it right in the new Spider-Man with your man Tom Holland.
Yeah, he actually looks properly
because he's like a midget. Like
yeah, he's
like that tall.
Yeah, he is really young. You know what? But in Superbad, I was gonna say, but they were like 20 though, weren't they?
Were they? I don't know.
They're meant to be like they're meant to be underage. That's
actually, yeah, sure. Because I remember McLovin had to have his mom watch him for the sex scene because he was underage.
What?
Yeah, I read that somewhere before.
Oh, that is awful.
He was like, I think he was 16 or something. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, Robert Pattinson is definitely older than 17.
Yeah, but yeah, the bad bit. Oh, right. So that's all the good bits. They pretty much nail superheroes. Well, I was gonna say superheroes because they have superpowers. Like Robert Pattinson can read people's minds in this film, but he can't read Bella's, and that's the whole thing. Alice is the other vampire, and she's the other vampire that gets her name mentioned, or like her superpower mentioned. I don't know why the rest of them don't get their powers mentioned. Like Alice is the only one that gets mentioned.
She's what's her power?
She can
see the future and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, that comes into play. Or doesn't
yeah,
matter.
I know how the last film ends.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Yeah, that's fucking awful.
But that's for a different episode.
Yeah, that's when I eventually get to that film. But the bad in this film, this is like one of the worst written films. Like it is so terribly paced, and it takes itself way too fucking seriously for like what it is.
Yeah.
Like there's lines in this film that are forever, for better or worse, ingrained into my mind. Like, what does he say? He says, he's like, I'm the wolf that fell in love with the lamb or something like that. And she says, and she's the lamb obviously because he's the vampire. And she says, what a stupid lamb. And he says, what a sick masochistic lion. And it's my body almost like dissolved away when I heard that. That is just, and I'm pretty sure that might be in the book.
It probably is. The book is very bad.
Yeah,
the books aren't good.
But I feel like that kind of dialogue works better in a book than actual human beings that you see saying that.
Yeah, the books sort of, I don't know, because I liked the books.
Did you?
When I read them. Well, I was like 12.
Yeah, fair.
When it first came out. And I don't remember. I just remember even when I was 12, I was like, or was it? I was like, yeah, I was about 12. Even then, I was like, these are not good. These aren't good at all. But I just couldn't help read them. They're just, it's like Harry Potter. It's like just.
But Harry Potter's a bit,
slightly
a bit more to it.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if that's in the book, but it's a pretty grim line.
And there's other lines. There's one. Like Bella says like something about superheroes, and Barbara Patterson Edwards says, but what if I'm the villain? And she says, no, I know you're good. And it's like, fucking hell, please stop this. Like, they're not even like, it's not even dialogue. It's like, it's not a conversation. It's just lines being said.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that Robert Pattinson knows that these films are shit.
Yeah.
And he never liked them. Cause he's in like The Lighthouse and he's in Good Time, which are fucking great films.
Oh yeah.
And they're like art house films, kind of. Not like me. Well, The Lighthouse is an art house film, but like, he's in really good films.
He's in like, it was straight away after Twilight he started doing all that stuff as well. He's in Cosmopolis by David Cronenberg in like 2011.
What the fuck is that?
It's just like, it's about like celebrity or something, but it's David Cronenberg. So he purposely sought him out like art directors and stuff like that for his next projects, because he was rich enough and like well known enough that he could like pick his next projects.
Yeah, did you say that's why he did this? Because he knew that he's like, this is shit, but this is gonna make a lot of money and I'm gonna be like well known. Nah,
well, I just took it because like if someone said to us like, oh, do you want to star in this movie?
Yeah, it's like gonna be fucking huge because it's based on a book series that was really popular.
Yes. Absolutely. Do you want $1 million to star in this movie, to say these lines? I'll be like, yes.
Yeah.
There's no like grand plan or whatever.
And he doesn't try as well in this film, like at all.
Oh no.
At all. And the editing does not help. That's just, I think, right. So the dialogue is off in this film. The editing is somehow worse.
Yeah.
They like do post-production zooms in this film, and it looks like shit every single time. They zoom up on what's her name, Kristen Stewart. They zoom up on her face. Like, when is it? It was the biology lab scene. After that scene where she walks in through past the fan and her scent blows over to him.
Oh yeah.
And he's like almost getting sick because he's like trying to contain himself. They like do post-production zooms, in that scene, and it looks awful. And I don't know how they directed Kristen Stewart, or lack thereof direction.
Yeah.
Like, I know people think that and say that Kristen Stewart can't act. I've seen her in a few things, depending on the role, she could be pretty good. She's fucking awful in this film.
Yeah.
And I don't think it gets any better.
Well, she has that sort of flat affect. That's
it
seems like a bit of a barrier to acting in general. I don't know. I don't. She was in Adventureland. I remember that was good with Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've never seen it though.
She's pretty good in that.
She's good in Shoplifters as well.
I've never
seen it. It's like a kind of artsy horror kind of film.
Yeah, I've never really seen her in anything else.
She's in that film. She's in Still Alice.
Yeah, so I never saw that. And like,
yeah, she's like alright in that as well.
Just like, there's a lot of other like Oscar movies that she's in, but I just don't watch them.
No.
But Robert Pattinson is just like a way better actor, obviously.
Yeah, he's like genuinely fantastic.
Yeah, he's very good. Yeah, sure. He was Cedric in Harry Potter. Remember that? He was Cedric Diggory. Oh my god, he was known already. Like,
what the fuck?
Do you remember that now?
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah, he's in the fourth film.
My boy. Yeah. It's great. Yeah, that's my favorite Harry Potter film.
Oh, I completely forgot he's in that.
Yeah, the Triwizard Tournament. That's the best book, the best movie.
Oh, easily the best film.
Yeah.
That's so good. That's one I had. I didn't have any of the Harry Potter films on DVD, but I had that one.
Oh yeah. Most of them are terrible, like, but he's.
Well, fucking the second last one, Deathly Hallows Part 1. Oh, I'm so bored.
Snooze fest.
And it's so darkly lit.
Order of the Phoenix. Criminal book and criminal movie. But yeah.
Is that the one with the
serious black ties in the end? It's just black. The whole thing is like so poorly lit you can barely see what's going on.
What's the one where Half-Blood Prince? That's the one where Dumbledore dies, isn't it?
Yeah. That was a great book though.
Don't remember that film whatsoever.
Yeah, it's sort of forgettable.
I just remember him dying. That's it.
Remember they had that Half-Blood Prince had that character Cho Chang. Remember that?
No. Oh wait, I kind of do. Did she fall in love with like Harry and shit like that? Yeah.
Is that
actually her name?
The only non-white character in the
Cho Chang
in the entire book series. Her name is Cho Chang.
Fucking hell.
And she shows up to the ball in like a fucking kimono and all.
Oh my god.
It was a different time.
But they had I don't know if it's in the book because I didn't read the books, but they had like in the Goblet of Fire, Harry and Ron bring the two twins and they're like Indian, I think.
Indians.
Yeah, like Indian or like Pakistanis or like you know.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're English because they're all English in it, but like
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
like-
They're like different ethnicities.
yeah,
I don't know. I can't remember.
but the two of them fuck off because Ron and Harry are like having boners over what Hermione looks like.
Yeah. But yeah, that series is full of stereotypes. Even your man, I was just I saw it on like a Twitter thread. Your man, what's his name? Seamus.
Yes.
He's like nearly every movie he's like blowing something up.
Is
He's
he?
like-
I don't. I've never seen him in anything else except for.
No, like in every Harry Potter movie.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like he's an idiot, but he's
he's like,
Irish.
He's Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just blowing things up.
Yeah, he's just stupid Irish. He's
Stupid
like
Paddy,
the stupid. Yeah, the stupid Paddy
Fucking Ram man.
with like a huge Dublin accent.
Yeah.
Is the I don't know what the character's name is, like the blonde haired girl, and she's like.
Oh, she's from Lusk.
Yeah, is she's meant to be Irish in it as well, though, isn't he? She's like a fairy
Luna
character.
Lovegood.
Yeah, she's like a fairy.
I don't know if she's Irish though in the book, but she's Irish in real life.
Ah, she's like, oh Harry,
Harry. Oh,
Harry.
yeah.
my mother died in front of me, Harry, and
I'm
that's
from-
why I can see things like you.
I'm from Lusk. Harry Aaron. But yeah. Yeah, Orpath was famous already. He was already a big man, like. Or like, you know.
I forgot we were talking about Twilight. Yeah, what the fuck? If like this seems like very all over the place.
It's because we're all over the place. We're a complete
like
mess.
this is kind of just how the podcast will go. We'll like trail away, but we'll come back to things.
We'll
Especially
sort out-
this is the first podcast, so you gotta
It's the first take.
we're learning.
Absolutely,
This is a
yeah.
learning process. But yeah, with Twilight, the editing is fucking awful, and it's terribly written, and it's terribly directed. The pacing is super fucking weird as well, right? So the first we took a break an hour through because we got food. Stop saying it. This is more I have to edit out. I might leave it in. But
Leave it in.
If,
It's a blooper reel.
yeah, this is a blooper. If like there's like a weird cut there, it's because I said something fucking stupid, and I cut it out. So yeah. Now
Anyway.
so we stopped watching the film and came back to it and watched it again, and there's an hour left. And that hour went by really slowly and then really, really quickly. We stopped. I'll tell you the exact moment when we stopped. We stopped when Bella meets the Cullens. That's when we stopped.
In the gaff.
I didn't realize it was an hour in. I thought that happened way fucking sooner in the film.
Yeah.
That's
no.
an hour in.
Not
Not much really happens in this film. Like, scenes just kind of play out, and then all of a sudden, Bella's life's in danger because of the baseball scene is like, after that, we're like into the final act of the film, and Bella's life's in danger, and there's like no urgency to anything, and like their way of dealing with it makes no sense. Like the whole thing is that like, so other vampires came over during the baseball, and they see that Bella is a human. So James, who's like the hunter, is like, okay, I'm gonna get her because that's gonna be a fun game. So the Cullens like separate into two teams, like Alice and Piers or Pat. What the fuck his name is? He has a name. Can't remember what his name is.
The names are ridiculous. In that
Yeah,
movie.
I can't. What the fuck is his name? It's like
Esme, Emmett or something.
Esme is one. She's one.
Esme and there's Emmett, and then there's a Renesmee at the end.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'll see if I can pull this up. But
Pull that up there.
pull it up on
Jamie.
the phone. young Jamie. So the two of them go off with Bella to keep her safe, and the rest of them are like trying to hunt down James. I don't know why they split into teams, because they know that James is coming after Bella, so they pull Bella away from the rest of them. Like, he's hunting her. Surely you would try and just stick around her and wait for him to like pounce, because there's 6 of you.
Yeah.
No, there's 7 of you. There's 7 of them.
Yeah.
There's two couples, 2 younger couples, and then the mom and the dad, and then there's Edward. So there's 7 of the Cullens versus 1 zombie, and Edward alone kicks the shit out of him. Like at the end of the film, I don't understand why they had to split into teams and like pull Bella away. Like, oh shit, what the fuck is that you? Oh shit,
No.
I think I was just running.
I don't
But
know what that was.
if there was a weird noise there, what the?
Oh shit.
There's a weird noise there. I
We're
think
getting ESP.
I rubbed into something there. But yeah, it doesn't make any sense, and I don't know why like the film plays out the way it does. It's just like really slow. then stuff happens. Then you got really fucking awful cringy, like the fucking scene where she sees him sparkling in the sunlight.
That's iconic.
Iconic, but
Iconic.
it's shit.
Yeah. It's not great.
No, it's not. But I do like this.
Wait, let's get to the meat of the equation. Whose team are you on?
Well, that hasn't come into the film yet. But right, that's like right. So they have Jacob.
Yeah.
Jacob's in this film, right?
Yeah.
It's so unclear whether or not he knows he's a werewolf or not.
Yeah.
Like they kind of hint at the fact that he knows he's a vampire, but it's like, or not a vampire, he's a werewolf. It like kind of hint at the fact that he kind of knows, but Edward knows for certain that he's a werewolf, or he like is going to be a werewolf.
Edward knows that Jacob will be a werewolf.
Yeah. Edward knows that Jacob's going to be a werewolf or is a werewolf already.
It's because he's Native American.
Yeah. There's like shit about land in this film, and I find it quite like, because the vampires are the good guys in this film. Well, for the most part, good guys. We root for the Cullens, and
we stand.
They're fucking invaders in this film. They came to this land, and like they mentioned the fact that like what the fuck are they called? Like Jacob's like family.
Yeah.
Whatever the tribe is called. They were here first, and they were werewolves, and the Cullens just showed up and took the land.
Well, what can you do?
And they're like super fucking white.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that you're kind of meant to root for them.
Yeah.
They're fucking assholes.
Maybe it's an allegory.
I don't think it was meant to be.
Maybe it's a commentary on racial relations.
If it is, it's fucking awful.
It's just around it. Because Jacob's also a cool guy. And he gets a happy ending.
Does he?
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Good.
Everyone loves Jacob. And he gets hench in the next movie.
Yeah, that's right. That's something I noticed as well. Because we were watching this film. Jacob, like, because, what's his name? What's the actor's name?
Taylor Lautner.
Taylor Lautner was like, I don't know how old he was when they did this. He's pretty young. And he's kind of small. He's not huge. But I know in the next one, he's fucking massive.
Yeah, because they were going to sack him. They were going to replace him with someone else. Because in the second book, it calls for Jacob to have like developed, like it's something to do with being a werewolf.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah,
that
actually does make sense.
So he was like, my career is like going to be over if I don't get into this film. So he spent like, I don't know, a year buffing up. Remember he was in Shark Boy and Lava Girl? Ever watched that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I watched the film Abduction, and he was in that.
Yeah, I think I remember that coming out.
Yeah, not good film.
Yeah,
no,
he sort of fell off a bit.
Yeah, what the fuck does he do now?
I don't know.
I haven't seen him in shit. I haven't seen him in anything.
Yeah, I don't remember him in anything.
Sure, like Kristen Stewart, she does nothing as well. Robert Pattinson's the best one doing. He's gonna be Batman.
She was in some film, Dark Waters or something recently.
Dark Waters.
She plays.
I reckon
she plays all them like lesbian roles now.
Yeah, is she actually gay?
Yeah, I think she is. Yeah, or she's bi or something.
Yeah, because I just see people saying about it, but I don't know if it's her aesthetic or if she actually is. I never looked like the.
She shaved her head.
Yeah, did she?
Confirmed.
Oh, yeah, I know she shaved like the back and sides.
I don't know. In Dark Water, she has like a shaved head, but I think it's like a Sigourney Weaver and Aliens kind of thing. Because it seems like sort of a rip off of Aliens, but I don't know. She's still in all that. Yeah. She's still in all them Oscar movies.
Yeah.
About I don't know. I never watched them. Yeah.
Stuff like that. But all right. We've been talking about Twilight for like 20 minutes now.
25 minutes.
I think it's time to move on. But right, so I'm gonna give ratings to these films, right?
Yeah.
So first Twilight film, not great, not bad, but not great. Actually, sorry, there's one more thing I want to mention before I give the rating. Robert Pattinson moving really quickly in this film looks fucking awful, and it is the funniest fucking shit ever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, there must be wearing like wires or something, or it's just CGI or something. I don't know how it's like wires and CGI, I think. It looks so bad, but it's so funny. He's just like, he's moving really slowly, but everything around him is moving really quickly. Like that scene where like where he puts her on, he puts Bella on his back.
Yeah, he goes flying.
And he goes like flying through this tree, and he's like climbing up and down the trees and stuff. That looks so bad, but it looks so good at the same time. It's like what? This one came out like 2008, I think.
Yeah, it's around then. Yeah, 2007,
2007, 2008. But
back in the day.
2008. Yeah. But my God, it looks so bad.
You
But
know,
it's like, and it's like it's like there's like a certain charm to this film because, like, you know, these films, you know, they were made for kids. They're made for like tweens. They're made for tweens.
people like us at the time.
And, yeah, we were like the age to watch this, but you know, we were boys and
We were
watching.
guys.
We were guys.
What was the
into
guy
sport.
equivalent of Twilight?
Well, the Avengers started the same year. Iron Man 1 came out that year, so I guess
Yeah,
that was
true.
the same thing.
Yeah, I suppose.
One did way better than the other.
Yeah. Well, Twilight was huge. Like
Sure, Avengers is, you know, yeah, Twilight was huge. What's that fucking
New
Avengers
Moon
huge?
cracked $1 billion.
Did it actually?
Yeah.
All right,
one of
I'd
them
take
cracked $1
that
billion.
back. I take
It
that
was
back.
crazy. They were huge. You know the director as well. Like talk about bad directing. It's Catherine Hardwicke, James Cameron's wife. She directed Hurt Locker, and
Did she do these as well?
she did Twilight. Yeah, the first one.
What?
So she's like she's an Oscar award winning director. So I don't know.
Hurt Locker came out 2011.
Was that 2008 or something? I was like,
Oh, don't tell me that.
I don't know. That would be weird.
We looked at Hurt.
I'm looking it
Maybe
up.
it was. I haven't seen Hurt Locker, but like, or maybe it could have been 2000. If she directed both those films, that's some fucking year. Like directing Twilight and the
Yeah.
Hurt Locker. I don't even know if the Hurt Locker is meant to be like a good film or not.
I've heard it's shite.
Yeah, I think it's very like American propaganda, kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
you're like American Sniper kind of.
Yeah. Oh, she directed. She directed loads of good stuff. Yeah, well, she directed lots of. Oh wait, did she? Maybe that wasn't Hurt Locker.
No, because I'm pretty sure. Or who was it that I was watching a TikTok,
Yeah.
and it was like they were going through like this girl was going through like directors that she has like problems with because of like how they act, like whatever their films are.
Yeah.
And she mentioned the Hurt Locker director because she was like, your films are like American war propaganda.
Yeah.
Did you know?
I was completely wrong.
You're
but
completely wrong.
Just forget about it.
I
But
know.
she is a good director though. She directed Lords of Dogtown, which is okay. It's about
Oh, she did. I was actually looking that up with
skating.
we were looking at that last night, me and Isabel. Yeah,
Lords of Dogtown.
Yeah, Isabel's seen that. She said that's really good.
Yeah, that was what my thesis was sort of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but
I
alright, so
was way off there.
we're gonna
They're not even. Their names aren't even similar.
alright, I'm gonna rate this, right?
Yeah.
So, first film, I'm gonna rate this out of 5, right? 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5
Why 5?
because I don't know. I was only gonna do 10.
Is it a strong 3?
It's not like a light 3.
I like 3.
We're near to like 2 than we are to like a 4, but we're gonna give it a 5 fangs. No, sorry, 3 fangs out of 5 fangs.
That's a very toothless vampire.
Yeah. Well, you were saying before that you watched Vampire Sucks.
Vampire sucks. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, the parody of Twilight.
Yeah, what was that whole thing in the naughties with the parody films?
Oh, they're like shit scary movies.
They're all so bad.
They were worse than Scary Movie. Like Scary Movie 1's pretty good.
Scary Movie 2 is not good.
No, is that the haunted house one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
Scary Movie 3, I love Scary Movie 3.
That's the one with the aliens.
Yeah, or they like piss out their fingers
Yeah,
and stuff.
that's good.
So good. That's great.
And then Scary Movie 4 is 15s. Like the other 3 were 18s. I think Scary Movie 4 is when they became 15s. And that's the one with Charlie Sheen
Charlie
in
Sheen's
it.
in it, yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's shit.
Saw at the start.
And 5 is shit.
The rest of it all shot, yeah.
Yeah, but they're like, you know, they're better.
They were good.
But they're decent. Like 3 is good, and the first one's really good. The first one's really good because it was such a kind of novelty, I guess, at the time.
Yeah.
The fucking epic movie and superhero movie and what was the other one? Meet the Spartans. They're
epic movie.
epic
date
movie.
movie.
They're all shit.
they're
Like
all
not
so bad,
a
yeah.
single one of them is good. They're just like riddled with like really shit, and like
They're just riddled full stop. Like
they're riddled. They're riddled with like really shit pop culture references
yeah. But
that
like,
haven't aged well at all.
yeah. Oh, you watch them. It's like from a different planet or something.
Yeah.
It's like watching a Soviet movie or something.
Yeah.
Like all these references to Paris Hilton. It's like
Yeah, I
Who?
remember watching. There's like a Paris Hilton reference in like Meet the Spartans, and when I watched that, I was probably like 11 or 12 or something, and like I knew Paris Hilton, who Paris Hilton was, and I was like, that reference is dated. I knew immediately that reference was already dated.
Yeah.
And they had later on in the film they had like a Leave Britney Alone spoof.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's fucking dated as well.
That was dated even back then, like. But yeah, I think I remember in the Meet the Spartans one they had Kim Kardashian is in it. But like they so it's like I was like, that's really ahead of its time.
Oh,
but
yeah,
it's all about her sex tape, like.
Yeah.
It's like, if only they knew.
Yeah.
How she'd blow up, like.
Yeah, become fucking huge.
Yeah. But those things are just, I don't know what was going on. It says something about the psychology of the naughties, that all they could do was like they're so limited that people went to go see these like en masse. Like they made hundreds of millions of dollars.
Where did these films go? Like they don't make those kind of films.
Yeah, because they're so bad. Like,
but they must not be expensive. Like there's no way that those type of films are expensive. They must have lost money.
I think they more.
Although Drake Bell is in the superhero movie,
and he doesn't save anything. He's so bad.
No, he's shit.
He's so bad. It's what the Dragonfly.
Yeah, he's like this. It's like the Spider-Man like X-Men ripoff.
Yeah, but it's like 5 years late. Even back then.
Yeah,
it was like 2010. Spider-Man 3 had already come out.
Yeah, it did.
It was already finished. The whole franchise is done.
Yeah.
But no, I think they morphed into one of those the compilation movies where they got all the actors.
Movie 43.
Yeah, all the actors where they have like they must have like dirt on them or like incriminating videos. It's like you have to appear in this movie.
Yeah,
Valentine's Day, New Year's Day, Leap Year, like all this shit. Like all these movies are terrible. They're all cheap. They're very poorly written, poorly acted. No one wants to be there, but like this, they're just sort of like it's like a treadmill, you know?
Yeah. Those like treadmill films, like treadmill. What's the word? Like production line films are the fucking worst. Where you can just feel that like no one was there, no one wanted to be there. Yeah, it's just like thrown together.
Movie 43 is like there's something weird happened there.
I was looking up like things like when that first came out, and I think what had happened was that the director knew someone, and they said like, "Oh, can you get such and such?" And like they got who's in the film?
Everybody.
Wolverine? What's his name?
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. So maybe they got hold of Hugh Jackman. Like they got hold of someone.
Moore,
like everyone is in that film. Like huge actors in that film.
Yeah. Richard Gere's in it.
And like Hugh Jackman plays a man that has balls on his neck, and that's the joke. Like
it was the Farrellys. What happened to the the Farrelly brothers did Dumb and Dumber.
Oh no, I don't know. I don't know who they are, but I've seen Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, they're just like gross out, like, or they're known for gross out stuff. But Dumb and Dumber was like I'll defend Dumb and Dumber to the day I die. It's a masterpiece.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
And then everything just falls apart.
Shout out to fucking what's his name? Fred Stoller. Thank you for saying happy birthday to me.
Yeah. But Dumb and Dumber's amazing. But then they just like degenerated into these like 2-bit like.
You see Dumb and Dumber 2?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Shit, Dumb and Dumber 2. Really bad.
Even the title, it's like, it's Dumb and Dumber 2, but it's like
T-O.
T-O. It's like, who came up with that?
Or it could be T-O-O.
Yeah.
So do you get it? It's the wrong 2.
Yeah, they misspelled 2. Wow. That's like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
You know, who approved that? But yeah, all those films there's definitely some sort of connection to Epstein going on there. All those people are.
There's like some dirty. That's I was actually right. Hopefully we don't get sued for saying this.
Yeah, allegedly.
Right? But I was looking at something that was like Chris Pratt was involved in stuff that he had like
on Epstein's Island.
Not Epstein's Island, but he had like a party and stuff, and like there's kids there, and like his wife was running it with him or something like that.
That's a major allegation.
Yeah, no, I read it on like because I saw something. It was like some Disney star had came out, like some small Disney star, like not a major one, came out and said stuff about Disney, and then I just like it was something to do with Chris Pratt, and then I went and read like something. There was like some article about Chris Pratt and having a party or something like that. But yeah, it's all mad shit.
Chris Pratt, he's good though.
I'm pretty sure Chris Pratt is in movie 43 as well. Pretty sure he
probably is.
I think he is. I think he's the guy that gets he needs to shit during the day, and he doesn't shit during the entire day, and then he goes then when they're leaving he gets hit by a car and shit just explodes everywhere. Yeah.
That's a good bit.
It's a good bit.
Yeah. It's all coming out now. You see Ellen DeGeneres getting cancelled. You see she's 62.
Is she?
She's 62 years old.
Jesus.
There's something going on there. How do these people
fucking
stay?
Botox and whatnot. Like,
Botox?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, the theory with Pizzagate is
the blood of the children.
They kill the children and then they extract the chemicals from their brain as they're dying and then inject it into themselves to like give themselves life force.
Okay, like I'm not saying that Pizzagate isn't like a real thing.
Obviously, it's real.
That
but this part might be inaccurate.
I know that like Alex Jones. that's the only thing that's accurate. I know that like Alex Jones was like describing like them as like
vampires.
No, reptilian vampires or something. But like I didn't think it was like literal.
Yeah, but he was right about Epstein. Like, what else is he right about?
There's like some things where he is like, not to say that Alex Jones is someone to ever listen to or anything, but like that's the thing about Gemma O'Doherty as well. She like that's how she got her name. Is like she said something that actually turned out to be real.
All right.
But I can't remember what it was. But like she came out and she said something that was real, and that's how she got like a following. And people are like, oh shit, she got that right. What else did she get right? She's talking about this. What if and that's the same thing with fucking Alex Jones. Like he gets right. If I could come out and say like,
oh shit,
fucking random. I could say like a series of predictions, right?
Yeah,
and maybe one or two of them might be right, but I'm still just spouting shit.
Yeah, maybe.
And I think like that's what like he's.
But like the way Gemma O'Doherty's like, she's a mad racist and all.
Oh yeah,
but like Alex Jones isn't really racist. He's just a bit crazy.
Is he
racist? I've never heard him say anything really.
I think he's just fucking nuts.
He's just crazy.
He's like he said some weird shit about, and he had to apologize to the Sandy Hook kids.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, that was big. There's something about like them all being actors.
Yeah,
like the parents and all being actors.
That's part of Pizzagate as well.
Yeah.
It's all like coalesced into one massive conspiracy.
Yeah.
But I don't know where he came up with that. That is pretty offensive, but at the same time, it's not like it's not. I don't know. I can't really get myself out of this.
It's not. Yeah. It's just really fucked up.
Bad. It's just really weird.
Yeah, it's like.
It's just bad.
Yeah, it's really.
It's like joking about 9/11. It's like.
Yeah, it's like really fucked. Well, it's like he's joking about 9/11 like 2 weeks after it happened. But I'm sure there was people doing it. Yeah. But it's like it's not like being super racist and like super homophobic.
Which is actually harmful.
I'm sure that he. Yeah, like you're spouting hate. Like, well, he's like, well, actually, I'm pretty sure the reason why he had to apologize is because the family started getting like hounded by like his fans, calling them fakes and stuff like that. So yeah, no, actually, it was really harmful. That was like super harmful. So actually, yeah, never mind.
Still, I think I'm pro Jones, to be honest.
Like, yeah, I think he's super entertaining.
I think he's really entertaining.
Really, I'd never sit down and watch any of his shit.
I sat down and watched it on election night 2016. I tuned into his show for the first time ever, last time ever as well. He wasn't even there. He was
that's as well. He has
took
like
the night off, like.
He has like that's what your man your man Paul Joseph
Watson. Yeah,
that's
he's
a
joke.
He's super racist as well. Like he's
he's a Brit. Like he's
a proper Tory. Like but I think he hates the Tories as well. He's just a fucking arsehole.
Yeah,
he's like your fucking what's your man's name? Tony Robinson. He's like that kind of.
Oh yeah,
but he's not like as in the media as Tony Robinson is. But it's like kind of on the same kind of vibe.
Yeah,
pretty sure he was actually part of what's UKIP? He's like a UKIP member as well.
Oh shit, yeah. You see your man Sargon of Akkad? He was a UKIP member as well.
Yeah, but he's a fucking joke. Jesus.
Yeah, what happened to him? He fell off.
Got hit in the face with a bunch of fish.
Did he?
Yeah, that's what happened when he was like during the elections or something. He got hit in the face with a bunch of fish, and now he's gone. Good.
God bless.
R.I.P. Sargon.
Yeah.
What a joke. I was watching do you know what your man Destiny?
Yeah, the debater.
Yeah. I was like watching. I used to watch a couple of his videos. Like,
is he like? What's his views like? What's his ideology?
He's like left wing, pro-capitalist, left wing, anti-abortion but pro-choice.
Oh, so he's like he's against it on principle, but he'll allow it. Like
he's like it needs to happen.
That's all right. Like
I
suppose. Oh wait, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
No, like I don't know, like we're not gonna get into that debate, but like he's pro-choice, which is the main thing. He's he's like pro giving people their rights, but he's also he wants like a modified version of capitalism,
social democracy.
Yeah,
he's a Bernie supporter, is he?
Yes.
See, that's like a minimum requirement, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't think he is. He's like against Bernie Bros.
Against Bernie Bros.
Yeah.
What?
Which means you're just fucked on the internet, and you're fucked if you're against Bernie Bros.
I'm pro Bernie Bros.
Are you a Bernie bro?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I spend all day, every day, harassing women online, trying to get them to support Bernie Sanders. That's all. That's my entire political ideology. I'm a single issue voter. White males.
Because I wasn't sure if you like knew like the criticism about Bernie Bros.
Oh yeah. No, yeah.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
It's such bollocks, like absolute bollocks.
Yeah. It's all fucked though, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Like it's mental. That's like I remember seeing something on Twitter and I was like joking about it. Well, I wasn't. Sorry, not joking, but they're like pointing something out that Get Out.
Yeah.
The fact is that like the Get Out family, they're liberals, like they're left wing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the joke.
Point.
Yeah, like that's the joke, but like that's the point.
Yeah.
But people always miss out on that. Like liberals and left wing people, they probably ship as well.
Oh yeah, it's there's like a Malcolm X quote about it somewhere, about how the liberal like under something. It was like from the 60s, like that. The liberal like underpins the KKK. It's like it's just a different side of the same sort of coin.
Yeah.
Because they're all like...
That's what the Democrats are, though, like in America. Like, they're both the same fucking party.
Ah, yeah. Should they only change? They only flipped in the 60s. Before that, they're all like, pro-segregation and all, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it's all the same, man.
Yeah, it is all the same.
Yeah.
I watched that documentary, 13th.
Oh, yeah.
Like, a while ago. And, it was, I think, like... Yeah, as you're saying, like, in the 60s, that's where, like, they kind of flipped. And I think the reason why they flipped is because Republicans became more... focused on crime and like punishing crime, which is where you get the industrial the prison industrial complex from and stuff like that. And man, that's just Paro. Like, oh my god,
what the whole prison yoke?
The whole documentary. That is
yeah.
Paro. Like, that's just
don't they have like
fucked.
Don't they have the biggest prison system in history?
They have, right. So America has 5% of the world population, but 25% of the world prison population.
That's not good.
So 1 in 4 prisoners come from America.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if like
they talk about
the land of the free.
Yeah, they talk about China, the Soviets, the gulags, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you're in the States. It's like I wrote a bad check. Straight to the clink for 5 years, whatever. You're fucked.
Wrote a bad check, you get kneeled.
Yeah, you get kneeled.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
it's not
it's
great.
Crazy shit. And fucking Trump today. So if this, maybe I should mention this because people are gonna know like that we recorded this a while ago and
it was a very long time ago.
But
it's before the war.
Yeah, if the war breaks out, if the TikTok war broke out.
Yeah.
Sorry that we didn't cover it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Today Trump announced that. Well, wrote the executive order to ban TikTok.
I think it's interesting. I think I wouldn't say I'm pro banning TikTok, but I wouldn't say I'm against it.
Like, okay, I enjoy TikTok. I'm into TikTok at the moment. But like, why not stop every
absolutely, yeah.
every corporation stealing fucking data?
So I like you said something about how you see the way they're negotiating to get Microsoft to buy TikTok.
Yeah, there was something about that's because that was mentioned in the executive order. It had to do with any ongoing negotiations or deals aren't affected. It's banning future after the date. So like if it's ongoing now, it's okay. Yeah. But any future things, so like if Microsoft fail to like buy TikTok and they want to get it like 2 years later or whatever, they can't. They're not able to because it's banned. You're not allowed to have the US transactions with the company, not with China itself, but with the company.
Yeah, it was a 10 cent or
no,
something.
No,
or
it's
Byte or something.
Yeah, Byte data or something. I don't know what it's called.
But like you said, or I read something that you said, if it gets sold to Microsoft, that like the US government would want a stake in it. I think that's a great idea. I think nationalize Facebook, Twitter. Actually, wait. I don't know if that's a good idea for the US control that.
Yeah, but the only reason why Trump's banning it is because all the people on TikTok were buying tickets to his rallies, and he was like,
were they?
Yeah, that's where that came from, was because people on TikTok were doing it.
Yeah.
And no one showed it to the rallies.
That's pretty good.
And they're doing shit like they're doing like lots of like different activism kind of stuff like that, like actual effective activism.
Well, it's more like.
Well, it wasn't even activism, just pissing them off.
Yeah, it's more like the data thing, isn't it? Though it's like, oh,
well,
they got our data.
That's the excuse for it, but
it's a reasonable fear, but like it's a fear that the entire rest of the world has about the United States.
Yeah,
which is also they never seem to think about really.
They don't care. It's like, oh, we got the data, so it doesn't really matter. But China has.
It's like the whole thing with like Prism and Snowden. It's like oh, fucking expatriate Snowden so we can like execute him in Guantanamo. Like, don't worry about the fact that we have all of your data, like all of Facebook, all of Twitter, all these
private companies.
Yeah, all cooperate with CIA, and we're supposed to be like, it's grand. Don't worry about it,
Don't worry, it's fine. Ain't no biggie.
And then they complain when Facebook China banned Facebook.
Yeah.
And they banned like most of that. I think Russia's banned Facebook as well.
Oh, has it?
Loads of places have. It is pretty unsafe, like.
Mark Zuckerberg is he's a lizard.
He's a lizard.
Yeah, he's a straight up lizard.
Like, how do you be that rich and like look like that? Like, would not get surgery or something?
Yeah,
or,
would you not do something like fucking
just go to the
Ellen
gym?
DeGeneres? Like, just do whatever Ellen DeGeneres is doing. Actually, no, maybe don't.
Killing kids.
Maybe don't.
Maybe he's the only good guy on the inside.
I doubt it.
He's trying to defeat the broken system. He's trying to save the world from Epstein.
Oh, he's the Elon Musk of fucking social networks.
Yeah.
Man, Elon Musk is such a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, he's strange. He had some sort of breakdown on Twitter, didn't he?
One of many, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's breaking up with Grimes.
Is he? They just had a kid.
Yeah, I think it was something to do with he said something about like pronouns or something.
Yeah.
And she was like, No, don't say that.
Yeah.
You keep saying that. You keep pushing transphobia. I'm gonna break up with you.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if he deleted or anything or he said anything else after that, but yeah.
Yeah, but you see like the hypocrisy there. You also see his tweet about how like he'll coup whoever he wants.
He'll what?
He'll coup where like the way Bolivia got couped.
Oh right, yeah.
The lift like is that the theory that like they did it for the lithium.
Yeah.
And like Tesla was part of that lobbying in the US government or whatever. And someone said this to him on Twitter, and he was like, "Yeah, we'll coup whoever we want." He's like basically confirmed the theory.
What the fuck?
Yeah, did you not see that?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty big. But like Grimes didn't reply to that, going, you shouldn't be cooing, random third world countries.
But
then he's like,
money off it.
And then he's like, pronouns are bad or whatever. And she's like, I can't stand for this.
Kind of part of her image, I guess.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
It's like, because like the cool stuff and that, that's all in the background.
Yeah. I suppose she can't control that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she couldn't, not fuck them, but.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Man, I say he's weird in bed.
Yeah.
I bet they didn't even fuck. I bet they had he just injected her with it.
Yeah.
Or the car fucked her or something, I don't know. Or he fucked the car. Maybe, I don't know.
He fucked the car, yeah.
He definitely has. He definitely, every fucking Tesla.
Straight up the exhaust pipe. We've all been there.
Oh, I remember I watched, did you ever see that, what the fuck is it? My Strange Addiction? But it wasn't My Strange Addiction one. It was with this guy that I was in a relationship with his car.
That's not right.
Oh, man.
How does that work?
How'd you think? Yeah, it was the exhaust pipe. That's how it works. And he used to cuddle it in the garage and sleep in it.
I don't know.
But he's getting pleasure off it.
It's like a term for that, isn't it? Paraphilia.
Is that a thing?
Something like that. So you just get attached to the way people have like body pillows and stuff.
Yeah.
Anime body pillows.
Yeah. I know all about that.
Yeah. There's just like a wall of body pillows behind us.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of soundproofing the room?
Yeah, it's something like people just get attached to like random things, just completely by accident. But yeah, I don't know. Like, you ever see that? What was it? It was like a turtle that got it tried to mate, or it had this it was like the only turtle in the world left of his species. So it had like a fey turtle put beside him, so he didn't feel lonely. And he kept trying to mate with it.
Oh, it's like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching a video about parasocial relationships.
Yeah.
And they mentioned how they had this penguin in it was in China. I think it was China, Japan. I think it might have been Japan. And the penguin was really, really alone. And it was really, really sad and depressed because it didn't have a mate. And so what they did was they stuck an anime figure kind of cut out. and he used to like sing to the anime figure cutout, and like
Penguin did.
yeah, the penguin did. And he used to go up and like rub up against it, and he'd make mating calls beside it. He never like he didn't
Never
fuck.
rode
He
it.
never fucked it, but he was like emotionally attached to it,
Alright.
like this penguin was. And then they got rid of it, and he used to just cry and cry and cry, and then they brought it back. But he refused to eat when it wasn't in the area, because like that's what I don't know. Like I'm not a penguin expert, but I think it was something like penguins don't. They get really really depressed when their mate dies, and that's what happened with him.
Don't we all?
Don't we all? But so they gave it back to him, and I think he's dead now. I can't remember what he's called. He has like a name. He's a really famous penguin, but he's a famous penguin. You can look him up. Look up penguin Japan anime figure. Probably come up. Some other stuff might come up as well, but be really careful. But yeah, it was something like that. Like that.
That's so sad.
Like animals do, and like humans do as well. We like fall for inanimate objects.
Body pillows.
We project
Body pillows.
body pillows. I wonder how much those things are.
I don't know.
Did you say they're expensive?
I don't know. I wouldn't know, man.
Jamie, do you want to pull that up there? Just check the eBay there.
See what's going on.
Yeah. We'll. I think we should set out an application for people if they're listening to this, that if you want to be part of this, you can be our Joe Rogan Jamie.
Yeah, who wants to be Jamie? Who
Yeah,
wants to be an unpaid
Jamie.
intern?
Yeah, an unpaid intern.
You can do the editing and the
search up animal videos, fighting and shit like that for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll give you a few cans. It'd be grand.
We'll put it up on Indeed.
Mm.
It's like experience required 5 years plus in a creative media background.
No pay.
This is an unpaid position, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have enough money for that. But shit! I just realized probably should have. We're gonna have to edit this at the start. But thank you, Luke Dalton, for the artwork.
Luke, fair play. He's a good man, very creative fella.
And what was the name of his Instagram?
Serial Drawer. That's cereal as in Tony the Tiger, you know, and then drawer.
We will have a link to Luke's Instagram down below.
Link in the description.
And I don't know how we're gonna do timestamps for this episode.
Timestamps, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
It's all in post.
Yeah.
We'll just keep doing these, and eventually we'll get it right.
But what have you been watching? Have you to bring it back to some films? Bookmark this.
I watched Spider-Man 2 the other day.
That film's great.
It's an amazing film.
Amazing.
Orla made me watch Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, the
Andrew Garfield
yeah.
one. Yeah. Because she's a fan of Andrew Garfield. So
Aren't we all?
Yeah. So I watched that.
Has he been in anything recently?
He was in Social Network and then that.
And Hacksaw Ridge.
What? Oh, yeah.
The
Actually,
war one. Sorry.
Wasn't he in the one with priests?
Oh, Silence. Yeah, he
Silence,
was. And Adam Driver's in that film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that?
Yeah.
Is it good?
I went to. Alright, I saw that in the IFI.
Yeah.
And it was in one of the small theaters. And I walked in, and there was 2 other people in the theater.
Silence.
I went by myself. That's the first film. The first film I ever saw by myself.
Really? Oh, I did the same thing just before lockdown. Last day before lockdown.
Yeah. The other film I saw by myself was Dunkirk, which I saw in 35mm or something like that.
Nice.
Very nice. That's the last time I've done it though. But Silence was good. It was a good film.
It looked like from the trailers. It looked like, you know, in Tropic Thunder when they do the trailers at the start.
Yeah.
Or like Robert Downey Jr. Tobey Maguire or like the gay priests.
Yeah. What's it called? Like what the name is? It's like First Confession or something they call it or something like that.
I don't know. Like Tropic Thunder, that deserves a whole hour to itself.
Oh, that will definitely be recommended at some stage.
Recommended. We'll have a multiple part series on that. There's so many analysis.
Like live watch like follow alongs and stuff like that with this.
Yeah, definitely. But I watched The Amazing Spider-Man, and it was not good.
No, I haven't seen it.
Is
the reptile or?
It's the lizard. Yeah, it's the same guy, the same villain, Norman Osborn from like.
Yeah,
before.
Dane DeHaan. Oh, sorry, no. Sorry. Yeah, Dane DeHaan plays he's like Harry in that, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's in the second one.
Is he? Okay.
He's not in the first one.
Who plays the lizard?
I want to say Timothy Oliphant.
Oh,
yeah.
I recognize that name, but I can't picture the face. But I know.
Neither could I. But like,
yeah.
I think I saw it in the credits or something.
Yeah.
But Yeah.
Am I saying Norman Osborn?
Norman Osborn. It's the Green Goblin in the first one.
Yeah.
And then for some reason he's the Lizard in this. I don't know why.
Oh,
or wait,
what?
is he Norman Osborn?
No, sure. Norman Osborn is always. Norman Osborn is in the second one.
Is he?
Yeah, because he's like talking to Harry. He's like, Harry, you must do this.
Oh
like
shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got this so wrong.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, basically the Lizard is in this, and he's just a terrible. He's not a great villain.
No.
He's pretty. It's pretty cool how he turns into the Lizard. It's like his skin starts falling off and all. It's pretty horrifying.
Mm. Well, that's like Electro in the second one. He just falls into like
a vat
of like electric eels.
Yeah.
Electric eels. And the gap in his teeth fixes because like Jamie Foxx in the film, he has like a gap in his teeth.
Yeah.
And it zooms up on the gap in the teeth like closing up.
Yeah. I haven't seen the second one.
I haven't watched any of those films. I just know that happens because I've seen people talk about it.
But yeah, it's not. Amazing Spider-Man's not good. Gwen Stacy is in it.
Is that Emma Stone?
Emma Stone, she's not good. Mary Jane Watson was superior.
Yeah.
Spider-Man waifu, of course.
Waifu.
Yeah, it's not very good. She's an intern for Oscorp, and they're both in like high school, so they're full-time students. But like she's also like a senior, fucking member of staff at Oscorp.
What?
And then Peter just wanders into like this spider container or whatever, and like gets bit. It's not very good. The other series is way better. I much prefer Tobey Maguire as the all-time greatest Spider-Man. No one will ever change my opinion.
It's such a shame with the third film though.
Oh yeah.
It's not even like that. I haven't watched it in ages, but
it's like 3 films put together. It's like
I think originally it was meant to be 2 films.
Yeah, well, there's only meant to be 1 villain in it at the start.
Yeah,
there's 3 villains.
Sandman was meant to be the villain, and then they were gonna have a 4th film, and then that was gonna be Venom, and that was gonna be the end of the series.
Yeah. Well, I feel like they sort of needed to get a Green Goblin going though, because that was sort of building up, wasn't it?
Yeah, it definitely was. I think, or maybe was Sandman. There was one of the. Maybe it was meant to be 3 films. Pretty sure it's meant to be 2 films though. And I think Green Goblin was meant to be in
one of them.
Like
he's meant to be
he's meant to be floating like in and out. Like he was always meant to be there.
That's just a great idea. Like,
but I don't know how they would have wrote that because Harry is his best mate. Oh, you know he didn't. Oh, he does know at that stage that.
Yeah, he finds out.
Yeah, he finds out in the second one.
Yeah, at some point. Oh wait, yeah, because his like mask is off.
Yeah.
Now. But the second one is second one's honestly probably, I don't know, one of the best classic comic book movie that's gone. Like, you know, it's so true to the actual source material.
Yeah.
And it's just every part is it's Michael Chabon wrote it.
Yeah.
It's like how did that happen?
I have no idea.
No,
I need to find out how that, like, actually look up and find out how that happened.
Yeah.
Like, that's just ridiculous, and it's like it's such a good script.
Yeah. Like Dr. Octopus, great film.
Great film.
Great film. Very complex man. You know, 8 arms.
Yeah.
Your man. What's it? The Jonah Jameson, is it? Or Jay Jameson or something like that.
Oh,
the newspaper fella. Yeah. He's great in that.
What's his name? The actor's name.
The actor.
He's in Whiplash.
I forget.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull that up because that's annoying me.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
He's amazing, and he's so good as in I don't know, I came up there. Where the fuck's it gone? J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons, that's the man.
Yeah, he is so good at that.
Good.
He's
very, very good.
He's basically playing like a really, really angry version of Jane Jameson in Whiplash as well.
Yeah, definitely. But there's so many good moments in Spider-Man 2. And you know, even when he's like he loses his powers, it's so cathartic.
Yeah,
it's so well
Why
done.
does he lose them?
It's not really explained.
He just loses them?
Like he lost his like confidence or something like that. It's something. It's like an you know, like he's getting old. Or he's sort of phasing out from Spider-Man. Like, you know, the kid at the end, or like he's like thinking about going back, and like Aunt May explains that there's this kid on the block who like looks up to Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's gone. He's no one to look up to now.
Yeah.
He's like sort of brings him back around into you know.
Have you ever seen Into the Spider-Verse?
I have not.
Man,
I have to watch that.
You need to watch that. That film is fucking fantastic. It's so good.
Yeah, I definitely do. Yeah.
And they reference Spider-Man 3 in it, and Spider-Man. They do the. I don't know. I'm assuming that in the comic books, there's the bit where Spider-Man stops the
train.
The train. I imagine that's in the comic books.
I don't know.
But they do like. There's like a bit where like in Into the Spider-Verse, where like he's there's like going through like the quick backstory. It's like, oh yeah, you know it all before Uncle Ben, all that stuff.
Uncle Ben.
He's like, I had Christmas albums. I did this, I did that, and then there was like a really weird period in my career, and then it just cuts to him like walking down the street and doing the dance, the emo dance.
What was going on there? Like Tobey Maguire, the guy is like such a square. Like he's such a, I don't know.
Yeah.
What were they thinking? What were they on?
Just ran out of ideas, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
But
just too much going on.
Yeah, no, Spider-Man 2 is. I can't. Who's is like Macho Man Randy Savage in the first one?
Yeah, he's the wrestler. Who fights. Yeah, that's another thing in the Amazing Spider-Man. The Uncle Ben scene is so shit. It's just boring. It's like, I can't remember the reason.
Why did they even bother doing it? Everyone knows at that stage.
Yeah,
like,
I think they just wanted a fresh start.
Yeah,
but like it's so, like the way it's sort of slow. Like you know the meme where like he puts on his glasses and he sees things more clearly.
Yeah,
like it's like he gets his powers quite slowly in the first one.
Yeah,
like the Tobey Maguire one. Like in Amazing Spider-Man, he gets bit by a spider and he gets sacked and he goes home on the train and then he wakes up and he's like on the ceiling. He's like, and he beats up the entire train cart and like,
oh, what the fuck?
And then he goes home at one point and he's like he's angry at Uncle Ben or something, and he walks through the front door, like through the front door, and we're all like, whoa, what's that about? And then Uncle Ben dies somehow, but it's all very boring.
Yeah.
It's just done poorly.
Yeah, I can even remember I remember seeing the trailer when that came out. I was like, oh, that's pretty good, because they had like there's like the bit where like your man pulls out the knife and it's like, what are you gonna do with the knife? I'm Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
that's
that's funny. Yeah,
that's like good Spider-Man banter.
That got a laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a better Spider-Man. That's what I've heard true fans say. He's definitely a better Spider-Man, but
because like Tobey Maguire isn't
he's not cool at all.
Yeah, he's not cool at all.
Like.
He's such a fucking loser. But like he's like proper nerdy.
Yeah, he's just one of the guys.
He's just like a really good Peter Parker.
Yeah. Like you wouldn't believe, like when he's sitting in lectures and he's like answering all these fucking crazy equations. You're like, this guy he definitely has that in him, Whereas Andrew Garfield doing that, he's like, this.
You're way too attractive.
This skater boy doing all this stuff, he has better things to do,
That's why Tom Holland is really good though, because he seems to be nice in between.
Yeah,
he looks like a fucking weeb though.
A weeb?
Yeah, weeb.
What happened to his lips? He's no lips.
He has no lips.
Zero lips.
And Zendaya's in those films, isn't she?
What?
She's from Euphoria. Is that what she does? Yeah, she's in Euphoria.
Oh,
she's the girl in
yeah. She's in that Disney show.
Yeah, she's a Disney girl. I don't know if she's a Disney girl, but she's in Disney. She was from Disney, I'm pretty sure.
Up or something, was it?
Sure, I don't know.
Think it was after our time anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, I've never seen Euphoria actually. I have to go see that.
Yeah, it's like
figure it out.
It's like, did you watch Skins?
No.
It's like American Skins set now.
Oh, right.
With like the added pressure and fucked upness of social media.
Yeah, I read the first page of the scripts at one point, for some reason, and it was just like, it was very well written, but like it was like all about drugs and all, and like she's like fucked from birth or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I have to watch it.
That's like kind of because in Skins it was like the same kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like Jesus, fucking, that like people complain, like, well, certain percentage of the Irish population complained about Skins. Or not Skins, normal people.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ, if fucking Skins came out now, holy fuck, there'd be uproar.
Yeah.
There'd be riots.
Oh sure, like RT didn't produce Skins, did they?
No, but if they showed it.
Yeah, I suppose.
If they showed it, Jesus Christ, could you imagine?
All the riding.
We'd have the fucking pro-life crew back out again.
Yeah. Oh, they all get abortions in Skins.
Does she get an abortion? There's like one, because they have like 3 generations. No, there's one of them. No, I don't know, because there's like a teenage pregnancy in the 3rd generation, so like in the 5th and 6th season. But she goes through with it. She has like the kid, and I feel like there is an abortion at one point. Maybe I have that wrong though. I think there might be.
I feel that's something that would be thrown in.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it should. Well,
the class of Skins though, like the people that were in it.
Oh,
they all blew up.
Yeah, they all got huge.
Yeah.
They're all huge now.
Nicholas Hoult, great actor.
What's what's your man's name? Your man from Get Out.
Oh, Thomas Lecouis or something. Oh, I pronounce it very badly.
Daniel Kaluuya.
Kaluuya, yeah, something like
Is
that.
his name Daniel Kaluuya?
They
He's
actually-
in Skins.
He. There's actually a trailer released yesterday for
Oh, I saw that. That
for
was
Fred
good.
Hampton.
Yeah.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah, that
It
was
looks
really good.
very, very good. Like the whole story of Fred Hampton is very.
I don't know anything about. Yeah, Daniel Kaluuya. Yeah,
It's
I don't know anything about it though.
It's a horrifying story, and it will
Oh,
make
is
you.
it?
It'll make you lose faith in all politics.
Oh, really?
It's a true story, and he was killed at 21.
What?
Because he's so like he's supposed to be 21 to film.
I thought he was.
Yeah.
That seems like a Hollywood thing. It's like, oh, he wasn't that old.
Yeah.
I sorry, he wasn't that young. He was way older. He's like in his 40s.
Yeah, but like it seems to be told from the perspective of
The cops.
not from the rat, because there's the rat.
Oh yeah, well the rat and the cops. Like
yeah,
like
but
that kind of
it seems
side.
like it's like a bad thing. It's not like, oh, we got this
That's
guy.
what I was thinking when I saw
Yeah.
the trailers. Like that, like because like Black Panther had like the rat, but it was like but it wasn't really. Well, it was a rat, but the whole thing of Black Panther was like he was on the side of the Black Panthers and all that type of stuff, and like the duality kind of having to be a cop and having to like try and fight the Black Panthers, even though you support them because you are black yourself.
In the trailer.
No, for Black Klansman.
Oh yeah.
But that's Spike Jonze, so and it's like a proper black film.
Yeah,
Whereas I don't know who directed this film. Do you know?
It's your man who directed Black Panther's involved, and the guys I don't know what they're. I think it's like the Wong twins or something. It's like twins. They're in 21 Jump Street. They're like two black fellas from America. They wrote it.
That's weird. It's not coming up on his IMDb. The new one. What's it called? Black Messiah.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Look at Black Messiah. Oh, there we go. Oh, it doesn't have like anything coming up.
It's Shaka King directed it. Don't know him.
You didn't have a photo up. Fuck. Anyway. But yeah, that's what I got from the. Now maybe
Oh, that's the Lucas brothers.
Now maybe the film hasn't come out yet, so maybe we're kind of speculating. But it kind of does seem from the trailer that's gonna be, morally ambiguous about things, even though
Does it? I don't know. Like
in terms of like
you feel bad for the rat, like.
Yeah,
maybe.
not so. I don't know. Maybe. I really hope it's not like that.
Your man Jesse Plemons, like the cop in it.
Yeah.
Like he just looks villainous. Like he's obviously the villain, or he's like the bad guy, or you're not supposed to root for him.
Oh no! From the trailer, I got the vibe that you're not meant to root for Daniel Kaluuya's character.
Really?
I can't imagine that Daniel Kaluuya. Maybe that's just me, like not reading the trailer properly. But then like saying that, I can't imagine Daniel Kaluuya would have taken that role then if it was the villain. Like he's not gonna do that.
Definitely, yeah.
And like that guy, the guy that plays the rat in it, he was in a film that I watched recently. Sorry to Bother You.
Oh yeah. I knew I recognized him. Yeah.
That's have you watched that?
I haven't watched it, but I knew I recognized
really,
him.
really good, really, really good. And but again, like he's like once you see, Sorry to Bother You, you're kind of understand, like that actor's not going to do a film like that.
Oh yeah.
Unless maybe the money's real good.
We'll all sell out at some point.
Oh yeah, this podcast will definitely sell out at some point.
Please, someone offer us something.
Dollar Shave Club, fucking I don't know.
The man great.
But Squarespace, Skillshare, all the boys. Please, actually, no. If a VPN actually hears this,
ExpressVPN.
Come on, give us a. Well,
what's up?
Pirate Bay, not that I use it. I would never ever use Pirate Bay. Obviously not.
Illegal.
Super illegal. And
it's unfair.
It's not fair.
You have to pay artists for the label.
Yeah,
that they
all
do.
these huge fucking companies, you got to pay them.
You have to pay them.
You have to pay them.
It's not free.
It's not free. It's not like the actors and all these type of people get paid beforehand. No.
Nah.
Screenwriters and everything. No.
You have to support the industry.
Have to support the industry. This evil Hollywood industry. No, sorry, evil. Sorry, that was the wrong word. It's
evil. Very pedophilic.
No, they're morally right. Don't worry.
They have the right intentions.
Yeah, they have the right intentions.
Yeah.
Fuck Hollywood though.
Oh yeah.
But
no, but yeah, the story behind it is just insane. It's cause I'm surprised they made a movie about it because it's pretty like sad.
It's strange as well that the trailer came out like, because obviously they've been making this for a while because they have like a couple of like, the film's coming out next year, but
it's supposed to release in like 10 days.
It was meant to, was it?
Yeah, it got pushed back.
So like the film's done.
It's done, yeah.
And like it's coming out now. Like that's just
how it wasn't.
But like it's coming. Like the trailer of it came out now with everything going on.
Yeah, it was shot in December, and then this happened. And
that just like
yeah,
I know
crazy.
like obviously this is just the most stupid fucking point to make, but like, obviously shit in America has been happening for so long, and now, like, thankfully now, like, black voices are getting like the chance to actually, tell their side of the story more.
Oh yeah.
And like, represent things better. Cause fuck, like, imagine being Spike Jonze and you make Black Klansman, and it's a black film, and it like properly shows black culture and black thought and all these type of things, and you're nominated for Best Picture, and you lose to Green Book.
Green Book, yeah. Green Cook, more like.
Like just fucking hell.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
No.
Well, I didn't watch it, but I just know.
I'm not gonna watch that fucking shit.
Yeah,
I'm
no
not
point.
gonna watch this fucking white savior.
It was like
film.
I saw someone describe it as like driving Miss Daisy, but in reverse.
I heard the exact same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we probably, I don't know, pretty said to each other at some point.
I think we did. Yeah, I think one of us made that joke.
But the one about the thing about the Fred Hampton story is like the whole thing is he was like this street kid, and he got like all the gangs, like the Latino gangs and like the black gangs and the white gangs all to form together.
Yeah, because that's what he says. Like
the Rainbow Coalition. Yeah.
Yeah, he says like some line like all colors or all minorities or something like that united together as one or something like that.
There's a lot of great speeches on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
He's like, it's crazy that he was like 20, 21 when he said or when he gave those speeches, and they're all at trials and stuff. Like when he was like, he was on the line,
Yeah, that's like one of the things I didn't like. Angela Davis.
Yeah.
I didn't know that she was part of the Black Panthers, and she put to trial, and she represented herself and got off.
Yeah, that's what he did. Yeah,
that's crazy.
I don't know how they had the time to read up on all that stuff.
Oh my god, how do you do that?
Well, I suppose like a lot of it would have been like false accusations.
Yeah, but
well.
like, oh jeez, but like America back then, they wouldn't give a fuck. They still get you.
Yeah.
Something here? What the fuck? Or?
Yeah, but but the ending, like how he died, is just like absolute like.
Spoil it. Go on, spoil this film. Spoil it.
Oh yes, it's all out in the public domain. But like he's
spoiler alert for this film that's coming out next year, based on a true story.
Yeah, but it's an actual program the CIA had. Ever hear like COINTELPRO?
No.
It's like this thing where they like invaded different like leftist spaces where like agents and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's basically like what is like described in the trailer. Like they offer people like deals
and
to rat people out. Yeah.
To Black Panther as well. And stuff
Yeah.
like that. Or, I keep saying Black Panther because it's about Black
Panthers. Yeah.
But Black Klansman.
Yeah.
But every time I say Black Panther, I think of the Marvel film.
Yeah. And there's like other groups they did as well. But like this fella, the rat, like sold him out at some point, and he was like, they stormed into his apartment, and like all the fellas were, all the lads were there.
Yeah.
And they storm into his bedroom, and he's there asleep. He's after being like poisoned. He's like, they gave him like fucking barbiturates or something like that. So he's just like dead asleep, and they just shot him in the head and then left.
Fucking hell.
Like the police, like the SWAT team, like just stormed in, shot him, like openly, and then left. Like it's like it's just
they still do that shit today.
Yeah.
Breonna Taylor and all that stuff, like. Same.
Oh yeah, but like this guy was dangerous. He was like a political threat.
Yeah,
like they shot him because he was a political threat. It wasn't just like, oh, we don't like this guy. It was like, this guy's
we need to
could be dangerous.
He could disrupt the system.
Oh yeah.
We don't want that.
Yeah, it's hard reading.
Yeah.
But it's crazy to make a film about it. Hopefully it's
accurate.
Decent. His son is actually an advisor.
I can't really see it being. I don't know. Can you see this film being accurate about this?
Well, his son's an advisor.
Really?
His son has actually disowned the film already, I think.
Oh fuck!
But like he's in a way like, Hollywood can never represent the class struggle in an accurate way, which is true. Like,
which I wonder, right? If all these stories are being told by Hollywood, because they can, they can kind of tweak it, and people aren't gonna know about it. And I say the vast majority of people would watch this film, and not look up the actual story. Now, obviously, some people would. But a lot of people aren't gonna are just gonna watch the film and just leave it at that.
Yeah,
like Hamilton.
Like Hamilton, yeah.
Yes, just like Hamilton.
Hamilton, what happened there? I don't think you like. I don't know. It's a bit of a waste, I think, to have like expectations about like how Hollywood could ever
accurately portray this stuff.
Ever, yeah. There's just no way. So
there's
no point going, it doesn't include his analysis of Mao or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like.
Imagine that.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Like,
imagine this fucking 6-hour long Hollywood film, which is about like proper like representation, like Black Panthers and like all the intellectuals within that
they're all on
group and everything.
They're all the good guys.
And they're portrayed as the good guys.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
Nah. Man, imagine it did though.
If
you
it
can
did,
find some independent film probably like that though.
Maybe.
Or like exactly like some. But that's what. Oh yeah, when we earlier we were talking about Hurt Locker.
Yeah.
Did you know that in America, if you want to use like tanks and stuff like that, or like army products, kind of, I guess, like army props, like they use like actual tanks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the only way you can get that stuff is from the military.
Oh yeah.
So the military have to approve of your film.
You have to approve the script. Yeah.
So it's propaganda. Like the only way that you can get tanks and stuff in your film is if it's approved by the American military.
It's the exact same with Marvel. Do you know that?
Oh shit! The fucking bad guy in the Spider-Man movie, Vulture. He was right.
Yeah.
He's communist. He's right.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
He's kind of communist.
Like, stuff like Bane, and like Bane was completely correct.
Bane
was just
and
like,
the only way
I was he was the good guy.
Well, I was watching some video about that, about like they tweak characters just towards because it's like they occupy Wall Street stuff. Like that's all true. Like he's right. So the only way you can like make this villain like a villain is if that for some fucking he just decides he's gonna nuke Gotham. To make him the villain.
It doesn't even make sense in the film.
Doesn't even make sense in the film, but you got to make sure that the bad guy with his communist or like anti-capitalist ideas, like it's just like he's insane. Like these like, aren't good ideas.
Yeah, like if you think about it, Bane robs Wall Street, and then fucking lets everyone out of prison. Yeah, that's like,
and stops all cops.
Is that a bad thing?
Is that a bad thing?
Is that really a bad thing?
Locks up all the cops, puts them underground.
Yeah, he puts all the cops underground.
They're all gone.
Yeah,
and it's portrayed as like anarchy. Like this is so bad. That's what people want now.
Yeah, he just like goes Black Lives Matter at the end of the movie. Like Batman just goes. All lives matter.
Blue lives. But there was like another film like that as well where maybe it is the Vulture or something. But like that's what they do. Like they have like the villains have like anti-capitalist ideas or something like that, and like they're correct, and then for some reason they're just gonna start killing people because just to make them the villain.
Yeah.
I saw a clip on Twitter of something from a Disney channel. Did you see this clip?
Oh shit! Yeah, that's only recent as well.
Yeah, it's only recent. It's like
I don't know. I don't even know the
it's
show.
Like they say I don't know what show it is, but for people that if people haven't seen the clip, it is
it's fucked up.
It's like 3 students and they're sitting in the classroom and the teacher is like, "Oh, you got 100%, but you all got a C." And it's like, "Why did we get a C?" It's like, "Oh, because you did it all together. You were all joined together in this cause." And none of you were individuals and you weren't unique. So, and they say communism is what they call it. Communism.
Yeah, he said, "Oh, you're average. You're common."
It's
like, what? That's not a thing in 2020. People going, "Oh, you're common." That's not. No one says that.
No. But it's like, "Oh, you would have got an A if you all did this individually."
Yeah, and he goes,
because you didn't do it individually, you worked together, you get a C.
He goes, A divided by 3 is C.
Yeah.
What?
So the idea was it's like, oh, if you work together and you all put your bid in, and you get less than what if you worked individually.
Yeah.
So like it's capitalism.
That's not even true. It's 33%.
No.
A divided by 3. That's the capitalist education system for you.
Shocking.
It's not true.
But the fact I couldn't stop laughing that he said I'm maybe misremembering it, but I'm pretty sure he does say like communism.
Communism, yeah, probably.
Oh, I wonder what he's talking about there.
Oh no, yeah, that's just Americans though. They're a bit weird. They're a bit strange.
I have one more film I think I might want to talk about.
What is it?
The Color of Outer Space.
Color of Outer Space.
I'm gonna pull up my notes for this one because I watched this a while ago. The Color from Outer Space. So this film came out last year. Was it last year?
November 2019, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was. Or it came out the year before. I think it was like
Color of Space. No, that was definitely like this year.
Yeah, like 2019.
Yeah.
This film is fucking weird. Like a bit like Twilight. Not good, but not bad either.
Yeah.
It's way more. It's fucking weird. Like So this is an adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's The Color from Outer Space. Have you read that short story?
Yes, a long time ago.
Yeah, I think I read it. I can't remember what Lovecraft stories I have and have not read. I know that I read From the Mountains of Madness, because that one's fucking long. That's like a fucking
That's
novella.
a long one.
Yeah.
It's not even that good, really. But
No,
it's, like,
it's just...
It's the best ideas.
Yeah,
I think.
Easy.
It's
like,
the most cinematic as
yeah.
well.
But I don't know. There has to be there's definitely a film. Is there a film adaptation of that?
Of Madness?
No.
Guillermo del Toro was going to do one.
Oh yeah, he was.
With Tom Cruise as what's his name? The lead character.
I don't know the character that it's called.
I can't remember his name. Yeah, but I read the script back in the day. Because I was like into Lovecraft when I was like 14, 15.
Yeah,
I had
we all
all
go through our Lovecraft stage.
Oh yeah. It's compulsory. I had all the stories on Kindle. I read loads of them. But
they're all public domain as well, aren't they?
yeah, they're all basically free. And I ended up reading the script to Guillermo del Toro's adaptation, or like proposed adaptation, and it was so bad.
Really?
I'm relieved that was never made.
Oh no,
it was so shit.
I don't really like Guillermo del Toro films anyway.
He's so kitschy.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people like Pacific Rim. That's a movie that a lot of people like that I just don't get. I don't understand.
I didn't like Shape of Water.
Shape of Water. I still haven't seen that.
Hellboy is his best movie.
Hellboy is actually really good. Yeah. Pan's Labyrinth is pretty good. It's pretty scary.
That was alright.
Yeah.
Didn't really like the same as the Shape of Water. That was alright. Didn't really like it. Didn't like love it. Didn't hate it either though.
But he has like loads of films like there's one Crimson
Peak.
Crimson Peak. It's so shit. It's like it's all just like costumes and like sets.
But that's what he does.
That's what he does. Yeah. But like they're all I don't know. It's like the whole point of Lovecraft is you don't you're not supposed to understand what you're seeing. But
Guillermo del Toro will be way too visually.
He's too tropey. There's all these tropes that
he would do an imagination of like the monsters that you're not meant to imagine. Like you're meant to imagine them, but like he would like put like his Guillermo touch on it and give it give it a proper look, and you could properly visualize and stuff like that. Which you're not meant to do with Lovecraft. That's the complete opposite.
That's not the point.
No, it's not the point.
Yeah, like to the extent that it could work in a visual medium.
Yeah,
it would not work with like he's like so like. There's just so much continuity between his films. He's obviously hung up on like certain tropes and certain ways of like, or just certain costumes and stuff like that. Like there's it just wouldn't work because you'd see that in the Lovecraft setting. It's like, oh, that sort of looks like the fish guy from fucking Hellboy.
Yeah,
it's like that's not scary. Like that's just It's I've seen it all before. Basically, I don't know. I don't think it would work at all. Plus, he's not. I don't know. I just don't think he's that good.
No, I don't think he's that good either.
But yeah, at the end of the script. Like the end of the book. Or
like he turns around.
Yeah, he turns around and he goes crazy.
Yeah.
But like you don't know what he sees.
Yeah.
In the movie, he turns around and he sees Cthulhu. It's like it's so.
But it's not even meant to be Cthulhu.
Cthulhu's only in one story.
Yeah.
Like he's not like he's not the main bad. There's no big bad guy. It's the whole point. Is like
they're not even meant to be bad guys. They're just beings that are out there.
Yeah, they're just indifferent.
They don't care. They just.
Yeah.
They're not even aware that humans are there.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And like this guy, it's like setting up like a fucking, cinematic universe where Cthulhu is like the big bad.
Yeah.
And like he turns around, it's like, oh, it's Cthulhu. But the whole point is you're not supposed to see what he sees. It's supposed to be like, oh, what did he see?
What did he see? What did he see that was so fucking out of this world that it drove him insane? Instantly drove him insane.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's a lot of things. That's It.
Yeah.
Like that's the vibe of It, like the fact that you see everyone sees something different in It, and that's the sort of horror that sort of works as a Lovecraft adaptation, I think.
Yeah.
Which I don't think Del Toro really gets.
No. No, definitely not. But the Color of the Space film, like it stars Nick Cage, so
King.
You get those Nick Cage freakouts, and probably my favorite aspect of the film. One of my favorite aspects of the film definitely is the fact that when Nick Cage is going insane, so the whole point of the film is that it's like this family, they live in the middle of nowhere kind of, and a meteorite crashes down, and something seeps. It starts rain, or like a thunderstorm happens or something, and the thunder's like striking the meteor, and something seeps out of the meteor into the water, and they're all drinking the water, and starts making them go insane. And the whole excuse me, the whole idea is that well, in the book or in the short story anyway, it's like a color from outer space that we can't imagine this color, and it drives us insane if you see it. And in the film, it's like a purpley pink, electric pink kind of. So immediately you lose that aspect of it. I think it would have been a little bit better if they didn't show the color, but
yeah,
I don't know how you do that.
You can't do that.
You can't really do that.
Uh-huh.
So, but Nick Cage is going insane because he's drinking this water that's corrupted with this alien basically. And when he's going insane, he's doing basically a Donald Trump impression, and it's fucking gas. Like, it's really fucking funny when he's doing it.
Yeah.
And what was it you I was talking about this? Like, Nick Cage seems to be like, he kind of just does what he wants on set.
Yeah.
And the actors just kind of have to like go with it, whatever he's doing.
Go around him, yeah.
Because especially now at this stage in his career, like, he can just do that.
Yeah. Well, there was a time when he had to do whatever was offered to him because he was fucking broke from gambling.
Like
shit.
fucking Wicker Man.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Oh, Wicker Man was a good source material. Maybe he thought it was a good idea. But yeah, there's a whole string of movies where he's clearly like phoning it in just to make the cash because he was fucked. Like, he's obviously has some like serious problems. Yeah. So I don't know. He had gambling addictions anyway. So.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. I think he's like an alcoholic as well.
Shit.
So you cash, so you have to start.
He kind of just do whatever.
Let's start starring in like a Ghost Rider, and
he's in so many films as well.
He's in a lot. Yeah.
He's like,
he's Francis Ford Coppola's nephew.
No, what?
Yeah. He's his whole family. His real name is like Nick Coppola.
What?
Yeah,
did not know that.
His whole family's like a movie family.
That's crazy. Didn't know that.
So he like probably grew up rich or whatever. He's born into the industry.
But so in the film, he's definitely the best actor.
Who else is in it?
No one else, like, you know. Oh, did you watch Haunting of Hill House?
No.
Okay, well, for anyone that has seen it, so when they're kids, the younger twins, there's like a boy and a girl and they're twins. The little boy with the glasses, and he's in this film as well. And everyone else in this film is shit at acting. Like, now, to be honest, they're not giving much with the script. Like, the fucking writing in this is so fucking bad. I imagine if there's like a bit, where's my phone? Hold on, I took this down so there's a bit where the boy and the girl of the family, so it's basically a mom, a dad, and they're 3 kids, 2 boys, 1 girl. The girl's in the middle age. And the mom is dying of cancer, I think she has. And I don't really understand why that was a plot point, because it's not really brought up again. She's dying.
Has cancer.
She just has cancer, and I don't really know why.
It's like In the Room.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's just thrown in.
I have the cancer is terminal.
Yeah, like it's like not brought up. I don't know. There might be something there if you like looked into it more. But
maybe it's an allegory.
Yeah, maybe it isn't.
Maybe the cancer is the sort of diffused, villain of the mom. The same way the color is the diffused villain of the movie, of the environment.
Maybe so.
Who knows?
From the script, I would not imagine that they thought of that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Because I have to watch it. I still have to see it.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
it's
definitely
on
worth
Shudder,
watching, isn't it?
No, it's on Canadian Netflix.
Oh yeah, sure, I'll be grand. I'll get that. Yeah.
But so there's a bit where the boy and the girl are fleeing from the house because everything's gone to shit, and the son goes, or the girl's like, we have to. Basically, they have horses and alpacas, and there's a bit where is it alpacas? Yeah, no, they're alpacas, and they get infected with the color as well.
Yeah. So
Nick Cage has to go in and he has to, finish off the alpacas.
Oh shit!
And it is fucking hilarious. It's so over the top. He just has a shotgun. He's just blasting into the alpacas, but the alpacas aren't. They're like morphed into one kind of thing, like a monster.
Oh shit!
But so they have a horse as well, and the girl at the start of the film is riding the horse, and so they try and get the horse, and then the horse gets infected with the color, and it runs away. And the boy and the girl are like, what are we gonna do now? And the girl's like, oh, we have to walk. And then the boy goes, walk at night through these ancient woodlands, and like ancient woodlands is like so out, like so far away from how like this kid is like a stoner character. He doesn't talk like that whatsoever. And maybe you can get by saying, oh, it's the color making them go insane. It does not come across like that whatsoever.
Yeah.
But so some of my notes that I put down, not the director definitely saw Annihilation. Like,
well, there's also the thing that the fact that Annihilation was just like a rip off of Lovecraft as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's Annihilation is definitely very Lovecraftian, and like how it portrays like the areas like being some of like
the shimmer,
the shimmer like morphing, like blending what's it, like DNA.
Yeah, like blends organisms. Yeah,
and like they all become like plant people kind of.
Yeah.
But Annihilation is a good film, which is, you know, not like this film.
I never understood the end of it though.
Which like
she's like turning into, she like battles herself, but
yeah,
she's
I didn't understand it either.
I don't get that. Like, why they didn't have to do that?
No, I didn't understand it either. Maybe if you rewatched it, you can understand it. I don't know.
Maybe if you read the book.
Is there a book to it?
Yeah, there's a trilogy. Jeff Vandermeer, he wrote it back in the day. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a really good movie, but it's like,
didn't like the end though.
I just didn't understand the end.
Yeah.
Don't know what's going on.
No.
And she gets back, and he's like,
she's infected by the shimmer.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same idea as like the color.
Yeah.
In From Outer Space, like it's infected you and it's gonna change you, or like I think it's like she was like a hybrid or something. Like she was gonna be like a new kind of human or something like that.
Yeah.
But the way that this film is definitely influenced by Annihilation is the color scheme. Like it is just like this place with the color taking over this like land, it turns into the shimmer area basically, with like pinks and purples, like mist kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
And the way the like makes people go insane kind of type of stuff, and like organisms blend together. Like the alpacas, and something else happens as well, where like organisms like blend together.
Yeah.
But it's not done as like beautiful. Like that was kind of the horror in Annihilation. I thought was like how kind of beautiful the colors were.
Yeah.
But it's so horrific. Like, you know that bit where like they find the body, or like what's left of that body that's like flowered.
Yeah.
Into this like kind of beautiful artwork.
Yeah.
This film does not have anything like that at all. They're like Cronenberg monsters.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's, it's his own thing.
It's like, yeah, it's kind of like a mixture of like Lovecraft and Cronenberg at a certain stage. There's definitely some body horror stuff going on, but some characters just act like for no reason. Like there's a bit where like the son goes into a well, but the well's like the epicenter of like where this color is.
Yeah.
And I guess it's, again, you could excuse it by saying, oh, it's the color making them go insane. But again, it doesn't come across like that. It just comes across as really shitty writing.
Yeah. I don't know. See, I haven't seen it, but yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe we're well to return to this film when you've seen it, if you've seen it.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't know. I'd say it's hard just in general to adapt those sort of things,
Like, what kind of, like, what would you say is, like, the best, like, Lovecraft film?
The best? I watched In the Mouth of Madness recently. It's a John Carpenter movie.
Oh,
with,
yeah.
Sam Neill in the.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but yeah.
He's the main character. It's pretty good. It's really cheesy, and it's not like that well made. But it's like it's a decent attempt at the whole Lovecraft thing, because it's like he goes into this town, or like the fact that like the character, like he's a writer, or no, he's looking for a writer who's gone missing, and the stuff that the writer's written about like starts to come to life. So it's nothing to do with at the Mouth of Madness.
Did you ever hear that video game Alan Wake?
Yeah.
It's like the same kind of thing there.
Yeah, it's like people like, or like characters falling through different orders of like existence. It's like the characters becoming real, or like the author moving into the story.
Yeah,
it plays with that sort of thing, which is pretty Lovecraftian in terms of like messing with the medium and just the form itself. So it's pretty interesting, but it's pretty scary as well. But it's not great. Like it's very short as well. And
how long is it?
It's like an hour and a half.
Oh, that's grand. It's pretty like this from like Color Out of Space. It's like an hour and 40 minutes, maybe. Maybe an hour and 40 minutes. Probably an hour and a half as well.
Yeah.
It took me like 2 nights to watch it though, because it wasn't like it had like it's very slow at the start. It's slow, but that was like when things start going, that's kind of when the film falls apart.
Yeah.
It's better like slow. Like the build up is good. Like you're kind of like, are they going insane? Are they not? And then like there's one like, well, Nick Cage is very obviously going insane because he's a nice dad, and then for some reason he just snaps at his kids, and then he just like goes and and then he goes and takes a shower. Like it's weird.
Yeah.
But I would say the best Lovecraft is definitely True Detective season 1.
Season 1,
the only arguably the only good one.
Yeah, definitely. But there's something, there's so much to say about that though.
But I think one of our recommendations is that if you're listening to this, go watch season 1 of True Detective.
Yeah,
because we will eventually come back to that.
We'll come back to that, later.
Later
in the week.
You should watch that.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, you need to. I prefer to watch it again, just like because there's so much stuff you can pinpoint. Like it's like a fucking red herring. The first 4 episodes.
Yeah, I know.
It's like they're purposely leading you on.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're almost thinking it is done on purpose. It's like, why would they do that?
No, 100%. Yeah, there's too much laid on the like supernatural effect. That's something out of this world is going on.
Something going on there.
But doesn't really lead anywhere.
The fact that it's not even out of this world, so it's grounded. It's grounded basically in fact at this stage as well.
Yeah,
that all these things do go on. They have gone on, and
it's all covered up and all that shit.
And there's obviously an occult aspect to it. Well, there's a way you can explore it that is beyond convention, because obviously these sort of things are like, these aren't normal. So why would you treat it like narratively as like a sort of standard detective story,
Yeah.
Especially when it's real.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. There's so much to say.
There's so much.
Even the series in itself is like its own, like not Lovecraftian maybe, but like.
It is Lovecraftian though.
No,
like,
I mean like the way it plays out. The fact the fact that it teases you and then just sort of, Just
well, like Rust is a character that is like, he's just drenched in Lovecraftian like ideology, kind of like that. That kind of his like philosophies like comes from Lovecraft.
He basically
he
basically plagiarizes Lovecraft.
Yeah, he does,
which is I think a legal thing as well. But
I remember reading like something about like on the Wikipedia about that. Like people are like kind of plagiarized like a bunch of different things.
Oh, he did, yeah.
Like what was the book that it's like seen as
Conspiracy Against the Human Race.
Yeah.
He there's like whole paragraphs taken out of that Russ just repeats verbatim in the show, which sort of takes away from the show. But at the same time, if he'd pulled it off, it's like you'd be like, it's grand.
Yeah, fuck it, you improved on it.
He just sort of exactly, like Lovecraft did the same thing. Like the Yellow King.
Yeah.
In True Detective, is mentioned.
It's a short story.
Yeah, he's mentioned in Lovecraft as Hastur, but like Lovecraft took that character from a different guy, Robert Chambers.
Yeah.
Who wrote in like 1901 or something, The King in Yellow. So like it's all about borrowing stuff like that. But he borrowed stuff and then fucked it up.
Yeah.
Fucked
it up.
You just did it wrong.
The ending is so disappointing.
It's so disappointing.
Even the bit where they're looking into outer, like he's looking up into space, and he's seeing
in the last episode.
Yeah, in the last bit, he's like looking out into space and he's talking about like darkness. I would say like if you look up into outer space, it looks like
the light is winning.
Then if you look at like Marty's like it looks like the darkness is winning, but then Russ is like but at one stage there was only darkness and now the light is winning because there's more brightness out there.
Yeah.
But that
I think that's a total betrayal of Russ.
Oh yeah, no, it is.
That's a complete betrayal.
Yeah.
But it makes sense that there's like some reason for him to change that, but he didn't change. Like the whole.
But his change was that he nearly died. Spoiler.
He nearly died. Yeah, he nearly died. But like he wakes up in the hospital bed and it's a newscast going, we arrested a few people that were charged with raping children over the course of like decades, and like that's it. You know, there's no like great catharsis. Like they don't. If in any reasonable world that would like blow things wide open.
Oh yeah,
you know?
especially like the links that they had as well. Like they like all the all
like
the info to prove that they
the mayor, the chief, all that stuff.
the church,
yeah, exactly, yeah,
all that stuff.
But he's just like, oh, we did our job. We got one guy, and then he's like, I completely changed my entire worldview. I completely inverted everything I believe. It's like it's just not. It's not right.
No, it's But you were saying about like the whole we'll come back. Definitely come back to like the whole production side, like what happened in the background and stuff like that.
What happened there, man?
Like like it's such a waste of potential, but gives us hope that something better might come along.
I think Fukunaga's the director. He might have been the one of the or like the driving force behind a lot of it, because he tried to do it, like the ones that they just did there.
Oh, okay.
He was sacked off that at like the last minute. He's gonna get your man Will Poulter. You know Will Poulter. He's in like We're the Millers and all. He's in Midsummer.
Oh,
English fella.
Yeah.
He was gonna be the clown, but like the script is like so much different to. It's like way more like.
I think those two films are such a waste.
Yeah, because the Fukunaga script goes into all the lore, like the sort of the history of like, which is so important in the book.
Yeah.
To like,
build up the atmosphere. Pages and pages are dedicated to it.
Yeah, where it's sort of like flicked over in the library with the fat kid.
Yeah.
In the first movie, and that's about it. But like Fukunaga goes like into detail, and he includes the sex scene with the kids and all. He's like, it's gonna, which you know, that's not like a plus point.
But they mentioned that. Did you see part 2?
Yeah.
They like vaguely referenced that.
I suppose, yeah.
Like, but not properly. Like, do you remember what happened? Do you remember after we killed him? And they're like, they leave a pause there because, like, if you read the book, you know that after they kill the clown when they're kids, they just go off and they have an orgy.
They have sex
for like no real reason. Like the reason behind it is like, oh, they're like they've beaten their fears and now they're adults, so they have sex. Because, you know, that's when you become an adult.
It's the power. It's like Interstellar. It's the power of love across time.
Yeah, again, another
waste.
Another waste. It was so good, and then all that shit.
Yeah.
I remember Neil deGrasse Tyson, though, said that the way that they portray, like, you know, the way in Interstellar he goes, like, into the black hole.
Yeah.
And he goes into, like, the next dimension.
Yeah.
That like, where
he's, like, banging on, like, the shutters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a good interpretation of like what it could potentially actually be like to go into the next dimension.
They had, like they had an astrophysicist who's like accredited on that on the script. Kip Thorne worked at NASA now. He's like an astrophysicist. Like he was with the project from the start, and he advised on all the kind of all the interdimensional sort of aspects of it. Even the way like you get down to one of the planets and like you age like 10 years.
Oh yeah, the time. Yeah.
Time's like
the
dilated.
The water one.
Yeah. Time dilation, all that stuff. That's not like common knowledge. Like he was just like, this is a pretty is a fun concept that actually is real.
And it's so well done in the film because like, like I've heard so many times that like the music in that scene, like there's like a ticking noise in the background, and every tick that you hear, it comes on like every like 10 seconds, whatever. That's like a year.
Yeah.
In like Earth time. So when Matthew McConaughey and who's the girl in that film?
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah. When the two of them are on that planet, and you hear like a ticking sound every 10 seconds outside of that planet, a year is going by. But 10 it's so well done.
Yeah, definitely.
And actually like ties up as well. Like if you're watching that scene, because I don't think there's no like time cuts in that scene, if you know what I mean. Like as they're on that
it's
planet,
like a single take.
It's not a single take. There are cuts, but there's not like a skip. Like it's not like Matthew McConaughey's like running and then it cuts to him in the spaceship or something like that.
It's continuous.
It's continuous. Like it's all real time when they're on that planet.
Oh yeah.
And like if you actually counted up the ticks, it matches up with
the years.
The years that would pass by.
It's a real like if astronauts go into orbit for like 2 years, they come back, their watches are like
slightly off.
2 months behind. Yeah, it's crazy. That's only in Earth's orbit. You know? Imagine like a black hole.
But
that's sort of the whole
idea.
Did you
hear about that star that was in the sky and it just disappeared?
Nah.
Yeah, there was like I think it was NASA or someone. They said that. I saw a TikTok about it, and
jeez.
it was
Chinese propaganda.
Chinese propaganda, but helpful propaganda because what happened was that there was a star in the sky and it just disappeared, and it was that it proved something to astrophysicists that they thought was potentially possible, that a star can skip. So like when a star is like turning into like a supernova or something, it goes through like this process where it's like slowly condensing down and down and down, and then it like turns really small. But it's like that for ages, and then it collapses in on itself and it becomes a black hole.
Oh, right.
They suspected, and they think it might be proven right because the star disappeared, that some stars can just skip that process and just immediately become a black hole.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not good, is it?
It's not good, but it proves. But like, if that happened, if that happened to our sun, like we'd be gone instantly. Like,
would you? You know,
if a black hole's right there, yeah, man, you're gone.
Well, wouldn't we have like a month maybe? But like with no light, there'd be no food.
Yeah.
You know, we'd just be like, imagine that. Like that's very Lovecraftian, isn't it?
Our atmosphere would imagine just like disappear as well, wouldn't it?
Would it?
I suppose it would. Although atmosphere is cause of gravity, isn't it? So probably not.
Yeah.
But our gravity would be fucked because we've been pulled into a black hole.
Yeah. But imagine like, I don't know, the fight. Like you wouldn't die straight away. Like, you know, you'd be like 10 minutes and there's no light in the world.
Yeah.
Even if it's 10 minutes.
You wouldn't even know. You wouldn't know what's going on.
You're fucking floating around and everyone's like, what the fuck's happening?
What the fuck's going on? You know? And like there'd be no information because like
it's like that explosion in Beirut. It's just like
instant gone.
It's like do we just get nuked? I thought it was I woke up, I thought it was
I thought it was a nuke. I thought it was a nuke as well.
I was like, here we go.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I thought it was
It's like,
man, that fucking explosion, holy shit. It was like a fucking nuke.
A real explosion, like
holy shit.
See it in the movies, it's like this thing is like right in your brain, like
it's mental as well, like all the, and that's like the fucking age that we're living in now. It's that like that shit's getting caught on camera.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, imagine there's a nuke. Imagine there's nuclear war. Someone gets on fucking TikTok or something like.
Oh my god!
It's like, and there's like how did that guy? You know the first one that came out where it was like the initial explosion, and there's this guy just like right beside the warehouse, and his phone just goes fucking flying when or do you see it?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, there's one where like he's just filming. It's like the thing's on fire, and then there's a massive fucking explosion. His phone goes fucking flying. And the guy's probably dead, but like someone posted it. It was only the initial explosion as well. It wasn't the second one. But like you get stuff from literally the epicenter. Like
because I haven't read up on it, but is that how people got loads of footage of it? Because the factory was on fire.
It was already on fire, yeah.
Oh, okay. And then because I was wondering, like, how the fuck did people catch this? Because I'm seeing like so many, like, there's one like people in like apartments, like not far away, like recording it, and then just, and you see the shockwave flying through the air, and then then you see the mushroom, like obviously not a proper mushroom cloud, but like that cloud.
Basically, it was, yeah.
Basically, it was a fucking huge explosion.
Blew a hole in the coast.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's fucking man.
Yeah, but you know things can just change on a dime, you know.
Yeah. That's how unpredictable shit is.
That's the age.
Fucking we're living in it now. Like some virus decides to jump from a bat to a human, and look where we are now.
As well. That was pretty weird.
Yeah. That's fun, man.
What a weird year.
What a fucking.
There needs to be a finale, you know.
Well, we do have one. We got a finale.
What?
Got the election coming up. The American election.
That won't be a finale. That'll be a bunt. That'll be a massive bunt.
Man.
Biden will win it, and everyone will be like, everything's great now.
Yeah,
you know?
everything's back to normal.
Back to normal. At last, we got rid of him. And like, what happens then?
Would you see that the video that Trump posted, and it was like, he's basically saying I'm going to be president for
forever,
for years and years.
Did he say
years.
that?
Yeah, he basically did. But like
he has like
20. He was like 2058. He's still going to be president. Like, bro.
Oh wait, the one where it's like the Trump ad. Like his banner, and it just goes forward and forward and forward.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought that was funny. Like obviously,
I thought it was funny, but like, does he actually think he's gonna live that long?
Yeah.
Like
no. I think people don't give him credit enough. Like he hosted SNL before. Like he's basically a comedian before he became president. Yeah. I think people don't give him.
He's on WWE.
Yeah. I think people don't give him enough credit for like how like self-aware he is. Like obviously he's deteriorating significantly, and he's not too bright. But like a lot of the things he says on Twitter that people get like up in arms about, he's clearly like sarcastic.
He's
just,
memeing them.
Yeah, he's just taking the piss out of them, you know. Especially when he first started campaigning back in like 2015.
That's what.
He's just taking the piss.
He's just taking the piss. Like,
yeah.
you know what? He wasn't. He didn't think he was gonna get that far.
Yeah, I don't think he ever expected.
No,
to become president.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, I think he's just.
There's no way he
he's
did.
like, oh, why not?
It's like, holy shit, people actually listening to me. I can actually get this.
Yeah, yeah.
It's crazy. But how the fuck? Oh, because you're talking about Lovecraft. Oh yeah. So cut it out of space. It's okay. Not great. Watch it at your own leisure, if you want. Mark, you should definitely watch it though.
I have to watch it. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, own, because I forgot we're gonna try and do that.
Oh yeah. Face reveal next episode also. Yeah, I have to watch it. I tried to go see it when it first came out, but I was always in work. Remember that? Work. Back in the day.
Jesus.
Yeah, hate that.
One of my favorite things from lockdown though was watching Midnight Gospel.
Yeah, I've never watched it.
Watch it, man. It's
I've
real good. I recommend it highly.
I looked it up because you and Luke were talking about it.
Yeah.
Just like the visuals.
Oh man, the visuals are beautiful.
Visually rich.
Quote.
My own words.
Your words.
Yeah, it's very good.
But even like the discussions that they're having on it are so good. But then I got really into just learning more about Duncan Trussell, the dude that runs it. Or not runs it, but like created it kind of. And watching, I didn't know that he was like friends with Joe Rogan, so I kind of got back into some Joe Rogan. Only the ones that he was in, because I don't, Joe Rogan.
Have you not been listening to JR, no?
Nah. Only the ones that I only just went back. I went back and just listened to a bunch of them that Duncan Trussell was on. I didn't listen to any more of them because when I started listening to him, Rogan started coming out with a bunch of
oh yeah, he's problematic or whatever.
COVID and COVID conspiracy shit. And
did he?
Yeah, it's not ours. Listen to that.
Yeah,
it's not ours. And he was like, what was I saying? Like wearing masks is like feminine and stuff like that. Like that was his reason for not wearing one.
Yeah, see the clip of him and Bill Burr.
Yeah,
he's like, yeah, would you wear a mask? He's like, dude, it's like, I'm not a fucking doctor. I'm not gonna say I don't want to wear a mask.
Yeah, no, he's like, I'm not gonna sit here without a medical degree talking to you without a medical degree with a cigar in your hand and an American flag behind you.
Yeah. Bill Burr is a legend.
Oh, Bill Burr is fucking gas.
He's great. Like,
but one of the best things that Duncan Trussell was talking about was like how like COVID just like completely shattered how we think that the world works, kind of, if you know what I mean. Like the way that like our society runs has only been around for like 125 years, 150 years. Yeah. That's nothing in the grand scheme of things.
Absolutely.
But we are like, because we're living in it, we think that that's just the way things go. That's the way things have always gone. No, not at all.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
this fucking virus has kind of proved that like something that you can control can just come in and poof, everything's gone.
Absolutely. Even the fact that what was the peak? It was like 600,000 people were on the Leo books. Something like that.
It was a million
people.
Mm-hmm.
So 25% of people are in jobs that do not matter. Like that serve no purpose really.
No purpose.
They're just there to sort of like
services.
They're just there to just there to circulate money.
Yeah.
To make sure like it keeps going around. Most jobs obviously do not contribute anything.
No, it's just
anything
to
to society, you know.
Yeah.
Which is probably why people are so depressed. You know, like how are you supposed to feel? How are you supposed to extract meaning from your life when you sit around all day? And you know for a fact at this stage that what you do is just like a complete waste of time. You know,
Jesus,
that's very depressing talk.
That's what Marx talks about.
Yeah, exactly. Alienation,
and that's what we have in capitalism.
Independence Day, man. Those aliens. We're all aliens.
But it's fucking weird though. Like it's fucked.
Yeah. Plus the fact, we had 10 years of people going, we don't have the money for all this stuff, and then as soon as like they start being threatened and they start having to cut back, like personally, they're like, oh yeah, here's fucking a billion quid so that everyone can just like leave us alone and not get upset about the fact they don't have a job, you know.
But that's what like I've been seeing people say on Twitter and stuff like that the wealth gap now is as high as it was during the French Revolution.
Oh yeah.
But the only difference is that we're not starving. Like we get food.
We need to starve the people.
Yeah, that's like why. That's why they were starving. Or that's why they did the French Revolution, was because they were starving. But we're not starving. We're given the bare minimum, enough to sedate us and keep us happy, and that we don't kick up a major fuss.
Cans.
Cans.
Imagine they banned cans.
Oh God, that's
Straight
it.
away.
That's it.
Straight away.
That's it. Over.
No, yeah, I definitely agree. I think that's definitely a thing. Like, even the fact that I don't know if it applies to everywhere, but in the States at least, the like you had the Gilded Age up till about like 1900, where like all the robber barons were walking around, and like they had like similar levels of like wealth concentration as they do today.
Mm-hmm.
But then as soon as like the World War One happens, Russian Revolution, collapse of markets, 1929, everything equalizes. Everything sort of like gets pretty stable for like, or just people get a better deal, and then neoliberalism comes in the 80s, USSR collapse, and everything suddenly goes to shit. It's like it's not a coincidence at all. It's very
it's not.
Very clear. Very clear correlation there.
Yeah.
But
that's a mad thing as well. Is like when you look back in history, and I think it's so weird that like history is like kind of looked down upon if you're like studying it. Cause like, oh, what can you do with that job? But history is so important. Like you can see how things tie into each other, and like how like I don't know if it's like it's. I'm not gonna say it's intentional. Maybe it is intentional, but the way that the world works now was directly influenced by men, like by how rich men had the money and power to influence things in certain very narrow ways and like set up things, make sure that these processes keep going so that the wealthy stay wealthy and that the poor stay poor, and that all that shit.
It's all designed.
It's all designed.
It's a science in a way,
Maybe not intentionally, but that's the result because of their influences and their tendencies to do this.
Even the richest person has no complete control over where they're going.
No.
It's all sort of out of our hands, But
I think that's a nice way to end the podcast because we're coming up on
over
2 hours. So I think that might be a nice way to finish up.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna recommend a film now. 2 weeks time we will come back to this film and talk about it more in depthly, with both of us having watched it, and we're gonna switch about who's gonna be recommending the film. So because I decided I'm gonna recommend the first film. We will watch, and it's on Netflix, so easy access. Climax.
Nice.
Gaspar Noé's Climax.
Gaspar Noé.
Now, slight warning for anyone that is not...
It's sexual.
...aware. Oh, man. It gets sexual. Anyone that's not aware of Gaspar Noé, warning.
Watch, if you're not aware of Gaspar Noé, watch Love.
Or Irreversible.
Watch the rape scene.
Yeah, watch that fucking 15-minute long scene. But yeah, there's nothing to that extent in this film, but it is an intense, nauseating, and quite disturbing film. But it's not super violent or anything like that. It's about a bunch of people that take acid and they have a really, really bad trip. So if you want to watch that, it's on Netflix. It's short. It's like an hour and a half. It's very good. And we'll be talking about that in 2 weeks' time. So if you are listening now, thank you very much. Realistically, thank you, Isabel and Orla, for listening to this far.
Fair play.
Fair play. And thank you very much. We will be back next week with another podcast. Thank you and goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. My dog just came in.
We have a late guest.
So Sam, what's your analysis of the corona? Oh no, Sam, watch out the wires! No. This is staying in. Sam, get back.
He's overpowering on.
Get back. Go back there, good boy. Go on back. He's just looking at me. I'm sorry, Sam. No, Sam.
Oh, look. Wait.
Hey, there we go. That actually worked perfectly. Good boy.